ladies and gentlemen, ghouls and goblins, and all of our Reely maniacs all around the world. Welcome back to the premier virtual wrestling league, WAT Championship Wrestling. And welcome back to what will prove to be the biggest, most spectacular, spookiest pro wrestling show you've ever seen. Getting started off real fast, real early here.
The following
audio check.
Is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the World Internet Pro Wrestling Championship.
This ain't your grandpa's Falls Count Anywhere match. As you can see, we are getting started off at a breakneck pace here with a Mountain Dew pitch black match for the Twitch Championship, a special occasion and a highly contention grudge match here. As you see, Leatherface, chainsaw in hand, wouldn't be found far from it, on his way to the ring, folks. For weeks, for repeated streams, the Twitch champion, the Rager, Rick Raditz, has been victim to brutal and seemingly motiveless attacks from the man, from the creature known as Leatherface. Tonight, he's been given an opportunity to get payback, but will be putting that Twitch title on the line as he does so. I mean, what a way to open up the show here. Nothing scarier than Mountain Dew Pitch Black, which I don't have any of right now. I'm not even sure if it's on sale right now. And here he comes. Go ahead and, I'll tell you what I do got. I'll tell you what I do got. Oh yeah, hell yeah, I got some of that Imperial Pumpkin Ale, Fatheads Brewery, Spooky Tooth. I'm going ahead and crack one open. Give me a hell yeah. Cheers to you. Couldn't do Reeloween Riot without a little pumpkin ale, brother. That's right, FeaturedFilms. You made it just in time for the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. We're getting things started off quickly. No preamble. No shenanigans. We have got a loaded card for you tonight, folks. 11 matches tonight. 4 championship defenses, one of which you're about to see. And here he comes, strutting to the ring. You know, it's personal. And Rick's got a, he's got, this is very personal for him. And yet, he's still got the pizzazz. Even Leatherface has to get out of the way of this amazing victory lap. And what is that, some sort of glow-in-the-dark kimono he's got on there? Incredible stuff. Of course, we have the pitch black lighting, so I'm surprised it doesn't look more like a Jackson Pollock painting than it does currently. But there he is, the Twitch champion, the Rager. Been a little bit since his last defense. He was tied up in the King of the Ring tournament. Didn't go his way, and some would say ultimately that was because due in fault to Leatherface, who socked him with a steel chair last time when he was competing against Suge Knight 323. So now he's back to defend the Twitch title. And we will find out who the King of the Ring is later tonight when the Semon Demon goes one-on-one with Moose Haas in our tournament finals. That's right, just not just championship matches. We're going to find out who the King of the Ring is tonight. We're going to see this ghoulish pitch black action. We're going to see a Monster Mash Battle Royale. We've got all sorts of thrills, chills, twists, and surprises to howl at the moon over. Here we go.
Introducing the challenger from Texas, weighing in at 326 pounds, Junior Sawyer.
And this is actually, I hadn't realized that this is the debut match of Leatherface. This is his first proper
And introducing contest. The champion from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
Weighing in at 224 pounds. He is the World Internet Pro Wrestling Champion. Bad Boy.
More serious than we're used to seeing him.
Rage.
And that's what it's all about. Not just pride, glory, and payback, but about the Twitch Championship. One of the most coveted prizes in the pro wrestling industry, folks. And this pitch black match. And what is a pitch black match? You say, well, anything goes. There's no rules, really. No rope breaks, no disqualifications, no countouts. Falls count anywhere, and it happens all under the haze of a spooky purple light. That's what a pitch black match is. Here we go. Bell has rung. Look at that. Rager opening up quickly, wasting no time. Taking it back to Leatherface. You know he had to have been stewing on this for quite some time. Those who had the great fortune of tuning into one of my Outlast 2 streams maybe even caught a surprise appearance by the Rager mid-stream, who cut a ferocious promo on Leatherface. I think he said he'd be wearing his, he'd walk out wearing his foreskin like a do-rag or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing somewhat. And thanks for coming in, folks. Thanks for tuning in. FeaturedFilms, shout out to you. Cheers in the chat. Great to see you. FeaturedFilms will be wrestling tonight against another debuting superstar, not just Leatherface. Stepdad Ron will be making his in-ring debut, maybe known, better known in some parts as MayorWertz. Stepdad Ron will be making his in-ring debut one-on-one against FeaturedFilms. Holy shit, what a splash from Leatherface! You know, there's some folks that you just don't expect to see go up there, but can't blame him with results like that. And I don't really know what Leatherface's motive is in all of this. Why did he pick the Rager? Was he interested in the Twitch title? Did he just not like him? Perhaps not a fan in the Schmodown era? Who knows? I don't recall the Rager missing any Texas Chainsaw questions back then. I'm not sure where the animosity comes from. But he's here now. He's here, and he's taking it to Rager. This very strange contest. You can see the homage and the turnbuckles there to the late, great Bray Wyatt, whose final match, of course, sadly, was indeed a pitch black Mountain Dew match. So, this whole thing functioning, I suppose, as somewhat of a tribute to the legendary Bray Wyatt, one of the great storytellers in pro wrestling. When you think spooky, when you think scary, and you think wrestling, he's definitely going to be one of the first ones you think of, and we will miss him dearly. Stepdad Ron flying home from Denver right now. Once he lands, going to kick his ass on the tarmac. Very special match. We've never seen a landing strip beatdown before. That'll be new. I didn't know they added that match type into 2K22. Leatherface going for the submission with some sort of modified Boston Crab, perhaps a Texas Crab. Texan Crab? I don't know. They got beach down there. They got ocean down there. They could catch a couple crabs if they wanted. But Rager sending it right back with a huge trademark knee. That's what makes the Rager so deadly. He's just comes ready with a volley of strikes, knees, elbows, punches, kicks. But sadly for him, not so great up off the top rope there as Leatherface just slams him down with that choke. Goes for the pin. We couldn't see a new Twitch champion. Simple as that. He's got his feet on the ropes. Wait a minute. No! No! You've got to be kidding me. Folks, and just like that, we have a new Twitch champion. Just like that, the Pitch Black Mountain Dew match comes to an end. And to my absolute dismay and shock, Leatherface had to use the ropes to get the pin there. Somebody just out-rickied the Rager.
Here is your winner and new World Internet Pro Wrestling Champion, Junior Sawyer.
What the hell timeline are we living in where Leatherface is the reigning defending Twitch champion? After everything he's put the Rager through, I hardly thought he'd need to cheat or bend the rules to walk out the winner here. You know, I love the Rager, but I thought he was already at a bit of a competitive physical disadvantage against a foe as frightening as this one. But apparently not. His own tricks turned against him. I don't even know where the Rager is. I don't know if he's okay. I'm hearing he's inconsolable. I'm hearing he's in pain. And I might be... The only silver lining is we can finally scrub off that NWO paint there on the Twitch title. Although, I somewhat shudder to think of what this figure might do with the Twitch Championship. how he might see fit to customize it. He may reform that strap out of human leather, potentially. Perhaps he'll just stitch it onto his own face. Leatherface stole that. The Rager may be a scumbag, but he's a scumbag with a code. Maybe. You'd probably be the first to state as much, but look, you know, I'm pumped for Reeloween Riot. I was pumped for this Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. You know, I secured that sponsorship. I took the time to, you know, construct this custom arena here for the Pitch Black match. I even took it, you'll see shortly, I've even taken it outside of Universe mode into exhibition to make it possible. And we're just barely crossing the 10-minute mark of the stream in total, and it's over already. Unreal. Well, if I know anything about the Rager, and if I know anything about pro wrestling, I cannot imagine this is over quite yet. My God, the Leatherface is the Twitch champion. I am beside myself. Oh, well, now it's time to go into Universe mode. Now it's time to head on over to the real Reeloween Riot arena. But you're going to have to see me do a little cooking here first, because Universe mode does not seem capable of remembering all the matches I program into it. So bear with me while I just make sure all our matches are still here. Okay, this one's here, but it doesn't seem to remember that it's for the title. So just bear with me. I know this is always the most enthralling part of any wrestling stream, is watching me do this. I always lose viewers when I do this. Hold on, damn it. Just stick with me. It shouldn't take that long. I've learned that it doesn't seem to remember. Okay, great. We got this on. Just got to turn it into a title match. It doesn't seem to remember when title matches are happening. And it doesn't seem to remember custom match types. I've learned this the hard way. It's very unfortunate. This game has a lot of issues. Okay, we got this match. See, surprisingly, this is not a match we want. As much as I love Jack Frost and Randy the Ram Robinson, this should be our Dolls versus Demons match. And I've announced all these well ahead of time, so no spoilers here. But I do regret that you have to watch me program it in. Of course, Dolls versus Demons, a very special match type, which you'll see. Billy the Puppet team up with none other than Megan to take on who? Pazuzu and Valak. And it's exactly what it sounds like, folks. It's there we go. It is Dolls versus Demons. Make sure we have the right match pace on that. We don't need to be sitting here all night watching Dolls versus Demons. This game's so irritating because, you know, you would hope it surprises the guy. I don't want to see this. I do want to see this, but Dom Toretto versus LeBron James was not advertised for this show. We need our Monster Mash Battle Royale, which you guys are not in. I'm so sorry to tell you that, Dom and LeBron. We brought in all sorts of special talent for this. This game has a lot of issues. Especially Universe mode. Very unreliable and buggy. You can see we're putting this team together. I don't think I've talked about this on stream really yet, but they announced a while back that they will be taking down the servers for this game. Who am I missing? Oh, the Amazon. In January of next year. This game won't even be 2 years old by then. And that means I will lose all access to... Oh boy, I hate to see this again. I hate to see that again. Okay, that's fine. In January, they'll be removing the servers for this game, which, you know, I don't play this game on... I've never played this game online. But unfortunately, that does also mean I'll lose access to the community creations. Oh my god, look at these bitches. Okay, this one, we just got to turn on the titles. We're almost there, folks. We're almost ready to get started. And then you don't have to look at the guts of this. Mr. 37% himself, Freddy. Yeah, I did see that the Freddy movie not getting terribly well received. Oh, this would be a spectacular match, but this is not at all what we've advertised. Let's see, 1-on-1, Hell in a Cell. Mr. X, we're almost there. We're so close, and then I don't have to do any of this for the rest of the night. And this is going to be, of course, but who else? With his custom attire for the holiday. All right, here we go. And I'm going to just do one quick pass through this and make sure everything looks correct. All right, this looks good. Great. Title. Terrific. We're ready. We're ready to finally go. Start the show with our new Twitch champion, Leatherface, heading backstage. It's time to start Reeloween Riot proper. Damn, how did we get Sam Raimi on this one? Look at that camera. Saw people saying it was good if you knew the lore, and I just laughed and rolled my eyes. Seems as if all Five Nights at Freddy's is contingent on you knowing the lore, playing all the games, reading all the books, watching all the theorized videos, and I guess now watching the movie probably a little bit too, right? I would have to think the movie, even though it's like an adaptation. What is this screen? Keep the cool video we were watching on. I don't want to look at this. Here we go! Wait a minute! Hold that thought! Here we go! Start the real show for Reeloween Riot. We've scrubbed the arena of the pitch black merchandising, and now it's time. Here properly, our massive October season show, Reeloween Riot, folks. Here from Spooky Nolans. And what a program this is going to be. 10 more matches to go, featuring some of our greatest friends, our mightiest champions, and some of your favorite horror icons. Starting off with Featured Films versus Stepdad Ron, and thank goodness Featured Films is here to witness it. Thank goodness. Make sure we tweet this out. I forgot to tweet out the Pitch Black match. I was just so excited to get the show started. Maybe I wouldn't have forgotten, or maybe I would have gotten to it had it the match lasted a bit longer, eh? Get that tweeted out. There we go. People were upset that Markiplier wasn't in it. I don't need to see him scream about that dumb chicken or bear again. Well, you know, if I was going to pick a content creator to be in the FNAF movie, that probably is who I would pick. So I think he was too busy making the Iron Lung movie, which is kind of insane that that's going to exist. I think he's starring in it, maybe directing it as well. But enough about Markiplier. Let's talk about a much better content creator coming down to the ring. Oh, hell yeah. Featured Films 316 says like and subscribe.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Akron, Ohio.
Akron.
Weighing in at 243 pounds. The Superstar, Joe.
The Superstar, Joe. First in the chat and one of the first out here tonight for what promises to be a huge singles match. A great way to continue to get things kicked off of here as long as we keep them ankles off the ropes, folks. I did not like that finish to that Pitch Black match. Hate to see a title change hands in that fashion. No title on the line here, though. Just pride and glory. And let me tell you something. I've been talking to Feature Films. I understand. He wants the gold, sucker. He wants a championship match. He's accomplished so much. Had so many 5-star classics, beaten so many fools along the way. And if he's able to accomplish that same tonight, I think there will be little argument left against perhaps seeing him in a Twitch title match. I guess against Leatherface. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We're talking Twitch. We're talking MayorWertz. And we're talking Stepdad Ron.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
Weighing in at 205 pounds.
Daddy Ron. I hope he's got Wi-Fi on the plane. It'd be a shame for him to miss this, but I can't think of anywhere better to watch WATCW than amongst the clouds, baby. Stepdad Ron, this is a huge signing for WATCW. He's making his in-ring debut tonight. And there'll be no love lost in this one. Even though he's new on the scene, it got personal real quick and real easily with FeaturedFilms. Two guys who are very familiar with one another, have eaten lots of pasta together, lots of wings as well, amongst, I think, dog treats maybe too. I don't know. They have a strange relationship. They've been through a lot together, and now they have the distinction of wrestling one another here tonight. You see it on the boots there. Winners win, but can Stepdad Ron get the job done and make his stepkids proud back home before he tucks them in tonight? Feature going up top real early. We know he likes to go up there, hit that top rope Hurricane Rana. Also going for a real early pin, a 2 count. I would have been absolutely mystified had it been over as quickly and as simply as that. MayorWertz may be underestimating, or excuse me, Stepdad Ron may be underestimating what he's gotten himself into. He's going to have to wake up and take this seriously against somebody like FeaturedFilms. And that's that might be the momentum changer there. The Ohio Phenom, the Buckeye Brute, Cinema Savage, the Film Fury, FeaturedFilms. I'll have to memorize all of those for the next time he makes his esteemed entrance. Stepdad Ron did eat a dog treat. Let it be known. Stepdad Ron, if you go to Stepdad Ron's house on Halloween trick-or-treating, be careful. You may indeed get tricked into eating a milk bone. Nice leg sweep there by Stepdad Ron, the debuting rookie. But as I was saying earlier, and something I feel like I need to communicate on the stream, is that 2K will be taking down the servers for this game in January of next year, which means I will not have access to community creations anymore. And as you'll see throughout tonight, community creations are basically the heart and soul of WATCW. I believe it even means I won't be able to import custom images myself into the game anymore. Which again, look at this arena, it's chock full of them. So I'd already alluded to this a couple times lately, that I was thinking of maybe finding a finale for the wrestling streams. Well, now it's become kind of a necessity, so we are indeed... Holy shit, wait a minute, what a spear by Stepdad Ron, shades of Nacho Libre, though featured right back to his feet. Of course, see Nacho Libre later tonight defending that world title in the Hell in a Cell. Early kick out by Stepdad Ron. But yeah, we're in the end game now for WATCW. Now, that sounds a little more drastic than it really is. I'm still going to do... I'm eyeing March of next year as the finale for this. I've got plans, I've got ideas. I don't really want to discard them. So, you think, okay, we got one a month. We got about 5 wrestling streams in total, which doesn't sound like a lot. But you do one a month. It's not like they're actually ending anytime soon. Whoop, hold on, top rope, Hurricane Rana, middle of the ring, hooks the leg, is that enough to put Stepdad Ron? It is! Wow, tonight is moving quick, folks, wasting no time, and I thought we'd see a little more of a contest there between the two of these guys. Hold on, FeaturedFilms is celebrating, but something smells suspicious. Wait a minute, FeaturedFilms extends the hand, and Stepdad Ron accepts a hearty handshake there in the middle of the ring. All respect, all love. There was no grudge, no rivalry to contend with. We're all friends at the end of the day. You'll love to see that. And I'm looking at that image, and I can't help but wonder if maybe we're seeing a budding tag team beginning here tonight. Who knows? I know FeaturedFilms wants that gold. Maybe it could be coming in the form of tag team championships. I don't know. I'm looking at these two guys, and it was a well-fought match. I'm surprised it ended as quickly as it did, but no hard feelings here. And now FeaturedFilms can rub this in Stepdad Ron's face whenever he sees him, that he defeated him in the ring. Although I guess there's apparently potential for a very high rivalry coming up for these two. So I don't know. Maybe it's all a hoax. Not a quick but not bad little singles competition there. And it's going to get a lot more heated in a second because it's time for the women's championship match this evening. KaylaMarieTea won the women's championship in her debut all the way... Oh, Featured's tweeting. Featured's tweeting at fucking MayorWertz. Rubbing it in his face, baby. He did it. He did it. No doubt about it, he did it. The boyhood dream has come true. Wasted no time in talking shit. I don't blame you. It's all respect virtually, but all disrespect in reality.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the undisputed, prestigious Women's World Championship.
Here we go, and now, you know what? It's a game I haven't played on stream in some time, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is making its presence known here tonight as the Vicious Sister comes out here in another touching homage to the late great Bray Wyatt here, holding that lantern, emerging from the shadows, lighting the darkness, and you see the Fireflies in tow in the stands tonight. Sissy Slaughter is here to accomplish what her brother just did minutes ago. Leatherface having won the Twitch Championship in his debut contest, Sissy looks to do the exact same thing here tonight for the WATCW Women's Championship and her debut match. These Sawyers have a tremendous presence here at Reeloween Riot tonight, and rightfully so. I think they've never been more at home, except perhaps in the in Grandpa's meat dungeon. Grandpa's backstage, mind you. We couldn't get anybody to wheel him out here to ringside, but of course Grandpa is backstage, and he is indeed at maximum, so there is nowhere to run. His interest is the longest thing so far at the pay-per-view. It's been quick. This one's been quick. We're already on match number 3. And we've got 11 total, so there's plenty more to see, but I hope for something a little more competitive here tonight. Though if I'm KaylaMarieTea, I'm watching Sissy, I'm watching those ropes. She may have learned a thing or two from her brother. It might run in the family, those illicit tactics to take home the gold. And KaylaMarieTea, of course, accomplished that very same thing in her debut back at, what was it, WatCon? I believe? Was that WatCon? No, that wasn't WatCon. What was it? I think it was a Def Jam show. She might have won the women's title. In any case, in her debut match against Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Bye, Barbie. Kayla shows up and takes the title home in her debut match and will now have to stop a new bright-eyed rookie from doing the exact same thing at her expense here at Reeloween Riot. And here she comes for the first time, a champion's entrance. The WATCW Women's Champion. I've said it many times, folks. It's one thing to win a title in this game. It is something entirely different to defend it. Very few can stay at the top. Can Kayla prove she is capable of doing just that against a very eager, very determined, very, might I say, intimidating challenger in the form of Sissy Slaughter? We'll see. I hope for something a little more competitive here. This is a championship match for a reason. There's expectations, there's hopes with such a thing. And we've still only just gotten started. At the end of the day, I'm just relieved to not be playing Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach anymore. Thank God. I couldn't do it any longer. Quite literally tapped out of that one. It put me in the fucking Campbell clutch. It made me humble. And I'll never do it again. Except when I play the DLC in like a month or so. Tell us all about it.
Introducing the challenger from Texas, Sinister Sawyer. And introducing the champion from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
She is the undisputed, prestigious Women's World champion, KaylaMarieTea.
A lot of Ohio love in Reeloween Riot tonight, even if they are broadcasting from Nolans. Here we go. Championship on the line. What's it going to be, Kayla? You can win it, but can you keep it? Are you here to stay? Are you a fixture in the main event picture of WATCW? She can prove it by sending Sissy home with nothing but a switchblade. You see Leatherface at ringside there, by the way. Seems to have changed his face a bit between matches. I'm surprised he even had time to do it. But he's standing there as your new reigning defending Twitch champion. He's got to be hoping the same for Sissy. But I hope been doing well. I'd not played Texas Chainsaw Massacre in general in quite some time. Kayla going up top. She loves it. Look at that drop kick. I think they might call that a donkey kick in some parts of the pro wrestling industry. That was a hell of a move. Getting started real strong here tonight in this championship defense. Just bringing it to Sissy, giving her no chance to get offense in of her own. And she better be careful taunting like that. And she's about to learn why. Getting slammed back to the mat by KaylaMarieTea. You can't showboat and gallivant like you might do back home, Sissy, chasing victims around the homestead. Because here in WATCW, we can fight back. You see? Gotta look out. You gotta look for a lot more than that Leland shoulder push. Yeah, I haven't been playing Texas Chainsaw really at all. Actually, I went ahead and canceled my PlayStation Plus subscription, which I only had to play Texas Chainsaw. So I think that just about says it. I'm kind of done with the game. I liked it. I was having fun with it. There's just, you play it for a few months, and there's just not much else to it. And they've been doing a lot of patches and stuff, and I appreciate that. I think all the cosmetic shit they just put out is kind of embarrassing. Like $17 for a Leatherface skin? Are you kidding me? I'd maybe come back to it when they do some actual proper content, like a new killer or a new level. But until then, I'm kind of bored with it. I don't really know anybody who's playing it regularly. That might have changed things if I did. And just not a game I need to be paying a monthly fee to play, which is a shame and kind of what I figured would happen anyway. It's why I don't really play the asymmetrical horror stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'll try Killer Clowns when it comes out next year. Looks kind of fun, but maybe that'll be contingent on whether like anybody I know starts playing it as well. In any case, Sissy's here and we're happy she showed up. Feet as dirty as ever. And it looks like she won her asymmetrical match just before coming out here. If the dress is any indication. Kayla back up top with that double axe handle. That was actually one of the cosmetics they've released for the killers in that game, by the way. Not to go back to that, but they're like, you can buy bloodier versions of them, which is so silly because like when they kill people in the game, they get blood all over them. Why do we need to make it a cosmetic? Kayla, a little stunned and confused that lower right corner gets the best of us. They would have been better off licensing it out to DVD for skins or maps. Well, DVD already has Leatherface in it. Like, they've got the license. I think Leatherface was one of the very first licensed characters they ever added to it, if I'm not wrong. And they still do have it. I mind you, I've not really played Dead by Daylight, but just from what I'm familiar with, I like what Texas Chainsaw is doing a bit more, I think. I think there's great ideas in there. Just unfortunately had to focus too much on like quality updates rather than content updates to start. Which hold on, look at this, huge! Oh, that was gonna be a huge kick to the jaw of Sissy Sawyer, but didn't quite get paid for it. That looked like it was gonna be a massive maneuver there. Hold on, speaking of massive maneuver, here's a series of signature kicks from KaylaMarieTea. Hooks the leg, and could that be it? Sissy got the rope. Whoo, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Leatherface probably told her, grab that rope. And that one's fair and square, but you gotta be careful. Wait a minute! Hold the phone! Sissy is standing right behind her! Very spooky, and if I'm if I'm a betting man, I would be very surprised if that was the last time we saw somebody do that tonight. Another huge kick to Sissy. That was her opportunity to move momentum back in her favor, and unfortunately she did miss it there. Now Kayla repositioning her, looking for maybe she's going to go for a pin. No, wait a minute. Nope, I don't think she was going for maybe some sort of submission move there. And Sissy scouted it. Hit up. Oh, nice hip toss. And this is a nice back and forth competition. You hear the crowd booing. It's like they're rallying in KaylaMarieTea's favor. They want to see her take this one home tonight. Don't want to see two Sawyers with championship gold. And I don't really think I can blame them. Back and forth we go. Yeah, I thought there was a lot of positives and things to like about Texas Chainsaw, but just not enough quite there to hold my interest for several months. And I'm fine with prioritizing the quality of life fixes over content updates. I'd say that's that right idea, but it seemed like there just were so many quality of life fixes. I can't help but wonder if they just didn't playtest that thing enough, because, and then also they're just like way too involved in their own fan base community. Like the developers are like the mods for the subreddit, and they're just constantly arguing with the player base, and it's kind of embarrassing. Huge frog splash. That wasn't embarrassing. It was a picture perfect move. Can she capitalize? Oh, Sissy right back up. Spine buster. Huge spine buster from Cleveland, Ohio there in favor of KaylaMarieTea. Excellent maneuver there. And Kayla is just absolutely on fire here, determined to keep that championship around her waist. She just has to hit that big final move. Ooh, springboard. Oh my God, look at springboard kick to the back of the head. Maybe that was the move that'll do it. Hey, maybe she was going to go for the pin there. Sissy right back up. And you don't hear Sissy singing songs tonight. That modified, what would you call that? Sidewalk slam, perhaps? Okay, look, once again, trying to go for some sort of submission move there. Very interesting. Another spine buster! Sissy just can't seem to keep things going in her favor. It's like Kayla is, it's like the match itself is on a delay, and Kayla just she knows what's going to happen before it does. She has a response to every move Sissy attempts. And I got my eyes on Leatherface out there. Don't try anything funny there, bucko. We've had enough of that. Sissy going up top. And what she got in her arsenal to try to finish this up here. Calling for Kayla to get to her feet. Very interesting. Oh! Oh! Usually I would say didn't quite get all of it, but I think she got too much of it and suffers another huge kick to the jaw. Kayla hooks the leg, and I think that might be it, folks. And it is. And it is simple as that. Sissy started to get things to her side, went for a huge top rope body press, and just overshot it by quite a bit, since sailing across the match. And I think Kayla was able to confidently prove that she is not a fluke or a one-off. She's quickly becoming a reliable in-ring vet, because she capitalized on that so fast, took advantage of Sissy's mistake, and sealed the deal with another one of those series of kicks there. Hit her on the jaw. Didn't even have to bother busting out her finishing move, I don't believe. No, we didn't even have to see Kayla go up top.
And still undisputed, prestigious Women's World Champion, KaylaMarieTea.
And there it is. The champion retains. KaylaMarieTea proves she's not just a championship winner, she's a defender, and that belt is rightfully hers. Who's got next, I wonder? Well, whoever it is has got a massive challenge laid out ahead of them. Fantastic title defense. Congratulations to the still the champion here, KaylaMarieTea. Well fought and well earned. Fantastic match. That's more of what we want to see here in Reeloween Riot. You see Leatherface at ringside. Not too happy about that. He's going to have to... he's going to be the only one heading back down south with a title tonight, it looks like. Sissy, thanks for coming. We appreciate you showing up. It was great to see you. come again, but I don't think it'll be anywhere near that title anytime soon after a defense like that. Sissy cashed in those frequent flyer miles and went on a vacation to the other side of the ring. Well said, and it is true. We got Matt in the chat. What's going on? Mr. Reeloween himself. Who saw Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, he said it was fine. He gave it an alright review. I think he was more gracious than most of these reviewers have been that I've seen thus far. You know, it sounded like it wasn't anything to get to shake a slice of pepperoni at. You know what I'm saying? Not what I mean, but I'll still go see it. I'm still going to take the kid to go see it. Although there's a horror movie in theaters still right now that I haven't seen, and it's got maybe it's got Pazuzu in it over there on the far right. I don't know if Pazuzu's in Exorcist Believer or not. I'm not sure who the demon is, if they brought back Pazuzu or not in that movie. I kept saying I was going to go see that even though it wasn't very good. And I still haven't. And at this point, I don't think I'm going to go see it. I'll wait to watch it at home. And I mean like when it's streaming freely at home. I don't mean I'm going to pay $20 to rent it or something right now. Absolutely not. But I tell you a horror movie I did go see in theaters recently. Saw 10. And I saw this guy quite a bit in it. Riding his bike to the ring. It's Billy the Puppet. Billy the Puppet. It's time for a match unlike any we've ever seen. Dolls versus demons. Do you want to play a game? Well, I already am. I'm streaming it, in fact. Here comes Billy the Puppet. Looking fantastic. Vroom vroom, pedaling on down to the ring. Of course you knew he had to do it that way. John Kramer watching eagerly from the back, I'm sure. Or perhaps watching the stream at home. He gave it a strong 38%. FNAF is nothing special. It exists. Very tame. I think they inferred that it is Pazuzu. Well, there's nothing to interpret or infer here tonight. We're getting some Pazuzu action. In just a few minutes here, folks. Billy the Puppet. You hear the fans cheering. A crowd favorite tonight, it seems, here at Reeloween Riot. And people have really turned back in favor of the Saw films lately, I feel. There's just like people who just love like the gore and camp of those movies. And I can't say I disagree with them. We're ready for some dumb bullshit again. Speaking of some dumb bullshit, don't forget, you can't have a 2023 horror retrospective without mentioning one of the first new icons we received in the form of M3 Gan, aka Megan, representing the dolls. Haven't seen a movie since I moved. Really need to see The Creator and Killers of the Flower Moon. You and me both, brother. I still haven't seen The Creator. I don't feel very good about that. I was totally one of the people saying, everyone needs to go see The Creator so we can get original cinema. I still haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen any movies since it came out. In a lazy defense, I don't think I've been back to the theater since it came out. It's probably not true, actually. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it some more. Actually, it's definitely not true, but I need to go see The Creator. Dolls and demons here, folks. We've got our dolls. Now, who's coming out in representation of the demons? 3 of the 4 of these characters have a movie in theaters you can go watch right now. I don't know if you'll want to in the case of Pazuzu, but I'm not talking about Pazuzu quite yet. Here comes perhaps the most iconic monster of the Conjuring universe, Valak, the Nun, arriving through the fog and hellfire to bring up the demons in this equation. Yeah, I could have seen it with the boys. I know Matt so well. I knew he was going to say that. I could have done a lot of things in life, but I did. Uh-oh, is the stream frozen? Hold on. We good? Been a while since this happened. No, we're good. Okay. It just like simultaneously froze on like both screens. So I got a little worried there. But Twitch Inspector looks okay. We're good? We're good, right? Y'all can still see and hear me? Was doing some funky things. Valak. Not frozen. Okay. Just on my side. That's fine. It's been a long time since that happened, so I would love if that trend continued. When are we playing Fortnite again? I don't know. I did indeed, in case you were wondering, I did indeed cave and buy Michael Myers. I kept saying I wasn't going to because I was so annoyed that they waited so long to add him to the store, but Featured messaged me and was like, he's in the store, and I bought him within the hour, so let it be known I don't have any integrity whatsoever. Oh, and look at this! In case you weren't sure who the demon was in this one, Pazuzu showing its true form on the way down to the ring. This is so rarely seen, seldom spotted in stray frames of the original horror film. But here it comes down to the ring, perhaps looking for its next target, maybe somebody in the front row to possess and bring in the ring for this Dolls versus Demons showdown. My goodness, Pazuzu. You're level 175? Alright, you need help. That's too much. That's too much, mister. You've been playing Dead Pines? Is that what you've been doing? What have you been doing? Release more quests, so I did most of them. I already did them too. There weren't that many goddamn quests. There definitely wasn't 20 levels worth of XP in those things. Oh, Jesus. Like, I can't really judge on that front, but goddamn, dude. Level 175? I don't know if I've ever gotten that high. Here we go. Dolls versus Demons! And Valak taking it to Billy the Puppet real quick there. Did I ever tweet this out? Yes, I did. Okay, just make sure. Wow, and okay, Pazuzu, sorry I didn't even notice. Pazuzu has indeed put the demon back in the box, so to speak, and has returned to this mortal realm with that sort of Linda Blair-esque green child there, going toe-to-toe with Megan, who hits a vicious elbow on Pazuzu there. Started doing ranked. See, I don't really fuck with... I thought the rank quests don't give you XP. I thought they just gave you, like, you could unlock, like, wraps and emotes and stuff like that, pickaxes. Am I wrong about that? I thought they didn't give you XP. Which is why I don't play ranked, really. Also, my assumption was that everybody's just like a sweat lord in ranked. Then again, I'm kind of a sweat lord anyway. Got all the purple skins, now I'm working on the gold ones. I don't think... I have all but the last purple skin. I think I have 10 stars, and I'm down to the last purple skin. I forget, it's like Antonia? Is that her name? That lady. And then I'll be on the gold page, but I don't know if I'm going to get there. When does the next battle pass happen? Do we know for sure? I might get on the gold page, but I don't know if I'm going to unlock anything on the gold page. Everyone is a sweat lord in rank. That made it make sense. You think it come with the territory. Billy the Puppet! Powerbomb! To Valak the nun there. Jesus. We're going to need some Jesus somewhere in here. Maybe he's booked tonight. I don't know. Keep your eyes on gorilla position. You never know when you might get a Jesus run in. You never know what could happen in these final months of WATCW. If there were ever any rails to be on, we're certainly not going to be on them much longer. It's going to get real interesting these last couple of wrestling streams. Which, again, sounds more drastic than it really is. That's like 5 months from now. I got plans, folks. My plan is to end this all at Really Mania 2. Just so you know. But I'd like to do another Real Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and all that. I'd like to run through that. Oh my god, Spanish Fly from the Nun! November 4th is when... Okay, for sure I'm not... I don't even think I'll unlock anybody on that gold bonus page. November 4th is the new season. I'm gonna have to buy fucking V-Bucks to get the Battle Pass because I spent all my Michael Myers! There's only 5 days left of October. Not even really. Less. But I do like him. I like that emote where he plays the keyboard. Megan taking it to Pazuzu here. I still don't know for certain whether I'm going to do a stream on Halloween night, next Tuesday. But if I do, I am thinking maybe we could do Fortnite Mirrors Part 2. Megan hooking the leg on Pazuzu, middle of the ring. No, I'm not playing Fortnite enough in a week to accomplish that. I don't even really want to. If I wanted to, I would. It's like, what, I'm going to get the gold skins and then, like, not even use most of those characters ever again? Because that's how every Battle Pass goes for me. I worked, like, super fucking hard to get to the last page of the Battle Pass. Like, last one, I was like, I gotta get Optimus Prime. I don't even use him anymore. What's the point? Hold it. Pazuzu, a second German suplex, and finishing it off with a third German from Pazuzu. What is going on, MayorWertz, with the raid? Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome in, folks. Great to see you, and I'm delighted to tell you we have not missed MayorWertz match. A little bit about what's going on tonight. This is WATCW, What Real Championship Wrestling, our virtual league once a month. We bring all sorts of our friends from the streaming space together, some of our favorite characters from movies, games, comics, etc., and we make them wage war in the squared circle. And what a sight you've entered here tonight. Dolls versus Demons. We got Billy the Puppet. We got fucking... we got Megan. We got Valak. We got Pazuzu. And this tag team showdown. Let me give a quick shout out to Meta. How was your stream, my friend? Thanks for coming in. Doing a little game dev over there, I understand. Meta is a fantastic streamer in front of the channel. He also has quite a passion for the spooky, creepy games like we do here over on What Real Ent. I know he was doing a little bit of the game dev here tonight, but I was enjoying his World of Horror stream the other night. I believe you're doing Fears the Fathoms soon? Looking forward to that. Got some work done, but spent a lot of time shooting the shit. That's how it goes. Those are fun, though. Those are fun. Monday, Fears the Fathoms. Looking forward to it. I watched a little gameplay of that new one. It looks pretty dang spooky. Welcome in. We haven't missed MayorWertz match yet. Meta and Dilly Todds will be teaming up later this evening in a tag team match against Edward Cullen and Jacob Black of, yes, Twilight fame. Dilly and Meta will be making their tag team debut, and I can't wait to see it. Hello, Nicoleles. Thank you for coming along with the raid. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. Welcome in. It's Reeloween Riot is the name of our show tonight. Holy shit! What a flip by Megan. Hooks the leg on Pazuzu. Middle of the ring. And that's it. The Dolls win, folks. The Dolls go over the Demons this evening, and the crowd goes wild. Incredible stuff. Get some quick replay there. A lot of back and forth action. I was just so excited talking about Fortnite half the time. I'm afraid I didn't give it its due. You never know with these tag matches. They can be true sagas. It can be so hard to find that moment of opportunity to pick your spot and get the win without your opponent's partner coming in to screw it up. But Pazuzu, one of the great strategists of horror movie history, was able to see through the fog. Or no, excuse me, Megan, not Pazuzu. Pazuzu just lost. So that amazing flip. Look at these guys. Here are your winners. The Dolls, Megan and Billy the Puppet. Oh, raise the roof. What a duo. What a team. And what a year it's been for scary movies, folks, as showcased here in this match tonight. I pronounced it right. Nicoleles. Terrific. I'm glad. It's very hard sometimes with Twitch names. You never know. You never know what you're walking into. I just had to squint and think about it for a moment. You don't like that face? That Megan face? What do we got next? Oh, we got a big one up next. It's time for the Monster Mash Battle Royale, baby. Megan with the win. Megan and Jigsaw with the better 2020s horror franchises. I don't disagree by any stretch of the imagination. Definitely winners at the box office, winners in the ring, and winners in our hearts. Ain't that the truth? It's time for the Monster Mash Battle Royal. This one is huge. A lot of special guests to this one tonight. A lot of entrances to witness. So get comfy. Go ahead and grab yourself a pumpkin ale and enjoy the show, because this is going to be a hell of a graveyard smash, if you don't mind my saying. It's the Monster Mash Battle Royal. We're going to mash the monsters up. Yeah, I saw today that apparently one of the producers, or maybe the showrunner of the Chucky show, was approached in an interview, which I heard the Chucky show is pretty good. I've not watched it. But somebody asked him if it's possible that one day we'll get a Chucky/Megan crossover potential showdown. And he just cryptically said, "Stay tuned." Which you just love that. You love to think you might live in a world where you could see Chucky x Megan happen one day. Who's up first? We got a lot of special guests in here. I mean, you can't have Halloween without the big man himself. We talked about Edward Cullen, but here's one of the original vampires. Count Dracula coming to the ring. For the first time ever, we really put in the work and got the special talent for Reeloween Riot. Brought in so many of the classic monsters for this one. This is an 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal. That means 8 men. I would struggle to even describe some of them as such. Entities, really. Things, creatures, phenoms will enter the ring all at once. 8 of them are going to come out here. They're going to enter the ring. The bell's going to ring. And then it's up to them to throw each other out of the ring. And last one standing wins. Or kneeling in this ominous pose. The last one in the ring is the winner. Megan in space or Megan in the hood. I think you could come up with a good reason for Megan to go to space in 5 minutes. That's all you need. The premise sells itself, and then when you just have to do all the tricky story stuff to get her there, I think you could get her there pretty easily. Megan goes to Manhattan, but then it's just Megan on a boat half the movie. Never quite finished my Friday the 13th marathon that I was doing this month. At this point, I got to switch over to Halloween movies, as is tradition. I got to watch... Oh, look at this one right here. Look at this. Incredible stuff. I don't even understand why this is in the game. Who else could this have been for if not Frankenstein? Here he is. One of the all-time classics. Of course, before anybody comes for me, Frankenstein's monster. But I don't know if you could fit all those characters into the title card there. It's Frankenstein asterisk apostrophe S. We go asterisk, and then you go down to the bottom of the page, apostrophe S, monster. Thank you. Halloween 3. I mean, Halloween 3 is definitely a Halloween movie. I love Halloween 3. I love watching Tom Atkins' bare ass. We did a whole episode of Really Scared about Halloween 3, and I think we spent half of it talking about the sex scenes in Halloween 3. That was a good time. Worth seeing. 10 out of 10. Now I gotta watch the OG Halloween, obviously. And then these days, I'll be honest with you, I'll probably just run through the Blumhouse trilogy, which I know not a lot of people are too fond of. Personally, I love them. Which makes me wonder whether I might be sort of a contrarian on the new Exorcist movie. My gut says no. But I was talking to Connor, and he said he actually enjoyed that new Exorcist movie. And he and I were very much Halloween apologists for those newer movies. So I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I like that new Exorcist. At this point, when I finally do see it, the bar's going to be so low, it would be catastrophic. It's catastrophic if it couldn't clear it. Wasn't he named Adam in the book? I don't know. Was he? You look it up. You tell me. I gotta look at the mummy coming out of the ring. the sex scene. Okay, yeah, okay, Featured knows about Halloween 3. The sex scene in the hotel just comes out of nowhere. Like, they look at each other and bam. Oh, yeah, and he's like, he's going to town on those nipples, too. When I recall. I think that was the thing we really talked a lot about. Was him going to town on those nipples. I think we talked about that more than any other part of the movie. Just going to Nipple Town, baby. You heard of Flavor Town? Let me tell you about Nipple Town. Let me tell you about the Mummy shambling to the ring. You got to worry about what he's capable of. But the tricky thing about mummies is that they probably aren't very quick. But it seems like once they get you, they fucking get you. And nobody in there is going to be able to run very far because there's going to be 8 people in the ring at the same time. Thank God we did eventually upgrade to a PS5. I think the PS4 would not be able to handle such a sight, such a task as rendering all of these things at the same time. We'd be chugging along, chugga, choo, and here comes the Wolfman. All the classics showed up for this one. He's got a lot of energy that I didn't see in the prior competitors. I like his odds. Young, spry, athletic, flexible, and full of energy, ready to go here tonight. Perhaps bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Oh, look at that. Maybe even mocking the ones down in the ring there. Kind of shambling in jest. But he's got a great energy. The fans love the Wolfman. The moon is out, of course. Here tonight at Reeloween Riot. Dilly Todd's still out to dinner. What you eating? Are we winning, son? Folks are winning. The jury's still out for you and Meta. That comes later tonight. I knew Meta was streaming. I wanted to perhaps give him the opportunity to see his match, so I pushed that one back further towards the end of the card, just to be safe. And maybe Dilly will be done eating dinner by then. What you eating? What's for dinner? Are we winning? More like, are we eating? I don't know if you can hear me because you're out to dinner. I'm going to say, what is for dinner in the chat? What is for dinner? I will not let you not answer me. Are we dinning, son? Here we go, featured in with another update. Apparently they did not give Frankenstein Monster a name, but the monster talks to Dr. Frankenstein and says, I ought to be thy Adam. So the fans have just called him. I see. Oh, we were talking about the marathon earlier tonight. After my very fun stream, checking out Friday the 13th earlier this month, on the 13th, you know we had to get our boy in here for the Monster Mash Battle Royal. It's the Butcher from Camp Blood. It's Jason Voorhees. I think we would put this maybe part 6, Jason. He's definitely necrotic. He's definitely decaying under there. Oh, what are you eating? I missed it. You said, and then the chat moved too quickly. Let's see. Oh, he's at the neighborhood bar and grill, baby, getting some boneless wings and a Caesar salad. Amen. I had a ghost pepper Whopper for dinner tonight, so I'm dead inside, and I hate myself profoundly. I had a neon orange bun with black sesame seeds. I feel the evil inside. Calorie deficit. Can't eat many. Dilly is going to town. He is pursuing those terrific health goals. Me completely falling off the bandwagon. Pretty sure I've undone any health progress I had ever made this year. I'm giving up. I've given up. I don't care. I don't care. I'll eat healthy when I'm dead. And at this rate, it'll be probably about 40 years old when I'll tap out for the last time. If I keep eating these fucking burgers. The Spider-Man burger? No. The Spider-Man burger had a neon red bun. This is the Ghost Pepper Whopper with a neon orange bun, black sesame seeds, jalapenos, ghost pepper sauce, bacon, and cheese. A year ago, he was at 240. Now he's at 190. We applaud that. I don't know if you can hear me, so I'm applauding him. I want him to see that I'm applauding him. This is for you. This is not like when I sarcastically applauded the credits of Security Breach. This is an earnest, sincere clapping for you, Dilly Todds, the legend, the GOAT. Speaking of legends, we could not do Reeloween Riot without one of our residential creatures here. this evening. Shout-outs to Ram, one of my favorite developers in Dreams, which I'll be streaming this Sunday. I'll be returning to Dreams on the PlayStation for the first time in a long time for my dedicated annual Halloween special. I'll be playing nothing but Halloween creations and games in Dreams. I didn't get to do that last year. I planned doing that last year, and I got sick, and I missed it. So there's so many more interesting Halloween creations and Dreams to check out this year. And I know Ram's got a new game coming out soon in Dreams. I know it was delayed. I'm not sure when it's due out at this point. Anthology of Nightmares, I want to say. But that's going to be an instant play and stream once it's available. But here's the rabbit of liminal fame. One of our favorite monsters here in WATCW. It just wouldn't be right to put on a Halloween-themed pay-per-view and not see this guy somewhere in it. So he'll be joining us in the Monster Mash Battle Royal. The only person in this match who we have seen before. Every other competitor is brand new, I believe, to WATCW. The Rabbit, an installation. Or I think an institution was more what I was going for there. An institution here! And still probably has the coolest fucking entrance of anybody here. Which looks even better in the Reeloween Riot Arena. What a freak. You love that. And I've had it up to here with spooky rabbits as of late. With security breach. But I'll make an exception for the rabbit. The rabbit. Not just a rabbit. The rabbit. Shout out to Ram. Wherever he may be, I hope he's doing well and having himself a happy Halloween season. I can't wait to play his game whenever it's ready. However long it takes. Guy does top-notch fucking work. What a little freak. And we haven't seen, the Rabbit, despite being around for so long, having been such an icon here in WATCW history, I feel like we still haven't quite seen him get to that next level. Have that big win that would put him closer to a championship material. And I got to tell you, if he outlasts the other 7 monsters in this tonight, some of them being so legendary, there would have to be an appropriate response for that. Absolutely. And the way this guy gets booked. Speaking of legends, I want to tell you a little bit about who you're seeing here right now. This ain't just any old creature from any old lagoon. This is the Amazon. This is a pro wrestling video game icon. All the way from the original NES wrestling. The Amazon, one of the boss characters you could encounter in NES wrestling, who looked uncannily like a certain creature from a certain black lagoon. I thought, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. We're going to bring the Amazon in. We're going to bring him to the 3rd dimension. And we were so lucky to have him join us tonight. Not just 8-bit, not even 16-bit, but fully rendered 3D HD 4K, maybe not 4K, 60 frames a second at least. Oh, there he is. There he is. What's going on, Ram? Was too preoccupied with evicting your sleep paralysis demon. I hate when that happens, but I know all too well. Thankfully, you're here just in time for the Rabbit's match. You missed his entrance. But you are here in time to see how it goes. How the hell are you, Ram? Been a while. Thank you for joining us. And a very happy Halloween season to you, sir. Oh, fuck. I forgot he was in this. I forgot he was in this match. God damn it. Speaking of sleep paralysis demons. Oh, my God. I'm so happy to not be streaming this game anymore. I'm so happy to not be streaming this game anymore. But some things never die. You can't escape your past because Freddy fucking Fazbear is making his WATCW debut tonight. Hello, Gregory. It's never over, Gregory. God damn it. I said we were done. We're never done. I'm not kidding. The other night after I finished this game, I had a literal nightmare where I was still playing Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach and, couldn't finish it. I was just Like, I was in a time loop. I couldn't get out of it. I couldn't stop playing Security Breach. I was just begging for it to stop, like, on stream. What a knee by Dracula to the Amazon. And I woke up in a sweat. I'm not fucking kidding. I had a nightmare about being unable to finish Security Breach. That's what that game did to me. It was awful. The Freddy is well done. I can't take credit for the Freddy. I pulled that one off Community Creations. I could never. I could never and would never. But here he is. We finished Security Breach on Tuesday, and what had to be the angriest, most stressful stream I've ever participated in. I mean, there was... Oh my god! I'm so sorry to say the rabbit is tossed out just like that. Oh, I always feel so bad when people join in to watch their match and it just ends like that. I'm so sorry, Ram. And Jason goes out just as quickly. Apparently that's how we're approaching this one. Jesus. Oh my god. It's hard to hang with these legendary monsters. Yeah, Freddy fucking ruined my life on Tuesday. I basically paused the stream multiple times to just like look in the camera and complain. I will never be the man I was before I played Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I'm like so happy to be done playing it until I play the DLC in a few months. Had a nightmare about the same thing, but it was real life, and you made me watch 5 streams of it.
A competitor has
Freddy's out! Oh no! See you later, Fred Word. Jesus! There goes the...
A competitor has been eliminated.
What the fuck? The match is not going to last half as long as the entrance is at this rate. I was going to say, it's real hard to compete with these classic monsters, but there goes the mummy just as quickly as anybody else, and we're down to 4. This thing got carved in half in a minute and a half. The rabbit got nerfed after Painter shot his ass. I guess so. And there goes the Amazon. There goes Dracula. What is happening?
Eliminated. A competitor has been eliminated.
The announcer can't even catch up with this one. I don't think we've ever seen a Battle Royal go this quickly. What the hell's in the water down there in Nolans here? Unreal. Frankenstein and Wolfman are the only 2 that are left. Dilly's watching us on the drive home because he's bold. Please be careful. Just treat it like AM radio. You're just listening to the sports commentary over this. Keep your eyes on the rope. 10-2 there, Dilly Tods. You got a match later. Wow, what a springboard move there from the Wolfman. And the chat's rooting for Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster. Yes, I know. Perhaps Adam. And Wolfman's going for the elimination here. Unbelievable. Is it going to be enough? Is he going to crush the chat's dreams? No, Frankenstein fights out of it. Let's see at least a little bit of a contest. We're already down to the final 2. Let's see some back and forth. That's something that's surprised me tonight is that the matches have been flying by. Oh my god, a springboard leg drop from Frankenstein. Got to be a full moon out tonight because the Wolfman is tearing Frankie apart, but maybe not for long. Frankie whips him to the corner, and now it's time for Frankenstein to go for an elimination. I could barely even talk about all the talent and competition in this ring tonight because the Wolfman is out! The Wolfman is out! And Frankenstein just won the Monster Mash Battle Royal. Unbelievable. I can't... That is definitely way shorter than all those entrances.
Here is your winner, the Monster.
Damn.
Franklin Steiner.
Franklin Steiner, the genetic freak, coming down to the ring and making short work of the 7 other monsters in this one. I thought we were going to be here for a while. I thought there'd be a bit more spectacle in that one, but I guess you got a lot of old-timers in there, and best to just get it over quickly as Frankenstein is done. And wow, that was quick and easy. Some of these matches not quite the crucible I expected here tonight at Reeloween Riot. That being one of them. Next up, we've got... Oops. What are we doing out here? Go ahead and play the match. Well, we've got some more tag team action tonight. It has been a tag team heavy night. Y'all like that Franklin Snyder? I basically all those were pulled off Community Creations, so I hadn't heard that either. I can't take credit for the phrase Franklin Steiner, but it is pretty fantastic. Well, shoot, Ram, thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry that was so quick. Wish I could have made it more worth your while. But thanks for tuning in, man. How you been? Doing well out there? I sure hope so. Hope you're enjoying your Halloween season. Spoopy season. I was just saying earlier, I'm gearing up to finally return to Dreams this Sunday. Do a Dreams Halloween special. Be playing all the festive and freaky games and such I can find in there. It's been a long time since I booted that one up. Trying to wrap up the anthology. I'm sure it's a tall task because it's not just you making that either. You're working with other creators too. I'm sure that's only made things all the more trickier. But I mentioned your anthology earlier. Like as soon as that hits, that's like an instant play and stream for me. I'm gonna be on that shit. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be out on Halloween. Hey, yo! It's going to be out on Halloween. Okay, hold on. I was saying maybe there'll be a Fortnite stream on Halloween. I might stand corrected. I still don't know if I'm going to go live on the 31st. I'm like kind of anticipating that I'll be busy. I just feel like I will because it's Halloween. But if not, that might be the move right there. Anthology of Nightmares on Halloween would be fantastic. Emphasis on should. I heard that. I feel I'm sure it's not as easy as some expect it to be. Whenever it comes to games, I say take as long as you need to. Whatever it takes to make it come out correct at the end. And I know you got a high quality bar there, my friend, so I'm looking forward to it. Hey, yo, is that some Little Nightmares? Yes, it is. We've got a mixed tag match here. Here are some competitors we've seen a lot of on the stream in the past year. Two gaming series that I love, that are near and dear to my heart, that I've streamed a lot of. Worlds Collide, Little Nightmares, and Resident Evil. And a mixed tag match. Right away I can't help but notice that Mono and Six of Little Nightmares fame came out together. But wouldn't you know it, poor Leon Kennedy's coming out alone. No shared entrance with Ada Wog. She's going to make him come out first and showboat. She's going to let him do all the work first. Classic. Love the Little Nightmares, guys. Wish you could make them really short. I did make them as short as I possibly could. I wish you could make them like a foot tall. I wonder if the PC version has like very tiny mod. You know, like how all the games back in the day used to have big head mode. Just like little person mode would be nice. I think, no, what game did I have back in the day that had like a little person mode? I think it was Perfect Dark. And there's Ada. Look, she's just strutting right out, no problem. Yep, Leon gave the all clear. Everything looks fine. Time for Leon. Look, she didn't even, no pose for the audience, just came right out. And here we go. She's going to let Leon start as well against Mono here. And they're about the same height. Maybe I should have made everybody else maximum tall to give off the effect that they were in fact really small. Do some of that Peter Jackson forced perspective shit. Leon! Help! And here we go. Little Nightmares, of course, no spoilers, but if you've seen Little Nightmares 2, we streamed a while ago, Mono and Six also don't have the most copacetic relationship. Not the best pair of friends I've ever seen, but maybe they're on the same page tonight against Leon and Ada, who we've definitely seen a lot of in the past year. RE2 remake, RE4 remake. I did Separate Ways DLC a couple weeks ago. Some of our favorites here tonight, and now let's watch them beat each other up. Big head mode, less than little body mode. Oh, that's what I was saying. So yeah, back when I was playing, back when I was a kid, one of my favorite fucking games was Perfect Dark on the N64. Like, I'd play the single player, but I also loved just setting up, like, death matches. I forget what it was the Combat Simulator. That's what it was called, the Combat Simulator. And fighting bots, or my friend and I would set up like these crazy scenarios with the bots. And I do think there was a cheat you could turn on to make them really tiny. And I think you could make them really fast too. And so one of the things we did was we made them really tiny and really fast, and they took on this sort of gremlin quality, and it was actually pretty scary. We would like turn the difficulty all the way up, and like it'd be 2 of us versus like 5 of the tiny gremlin bots, and it would get so scary trying not to die. You turn like 1-hit kills on. I think we could do little bodies and big heads, I want to say. Like we could really make some strange creatures in that. Man, I would love to do that one day. Stream Perfect Dark. Maybe one day. We'll get the technology to stream Perfect Dark. So if the servers are shutting down in January, are you thinking we get 2K24 in March like normal? If so, are you going to wait or are you going to get 2K23? I don't know for sure when 2K24 is supposed to come out. When did 2K23 come out? WWE 2K23 release date. March of this year. Okay. I feel like... Oh my god, wait, hold on, wait, do we have a count out coming? Get up, Mono, get your ass in the ring! Holy shit, Leon! Leon wasn't gonna wait. Leon didn't have the time. Hit that unalive dive over the top rope. So I don't know when 2K24 is supposed to come out. I want to say, like, they should have announced that by now, but that's not really how this works with these guys. They'll announce it like 6 weeks before it comes out, because they don't want to give up the game that like 2K23 is already outdated. They want people to buy that. That's the nerve they had when they announced that 2K22 servers were going down in January. In the same post, they said now's the perfect time to buy 2K23. I just thought that was so fucking despicable. We're going to stop supporting the game that you already have, and now's the perfect time to buy the other game that we made. Shameless. In any case, I'm definitely not going to get 2K23. Absolutely not. I don't care when 2K24 is coming out. I'm not getting 2K23 simply because, obviously, first of all, I've heard it's not very good. I mean, it's functionally the same game with new bugs. That's what I understand. And it's got a really freaky John Cena in it. That's the only advantage, is that it has action figure John Cena. I wish I had action figure John Cena. He would definitely be in WATCW. All we got was MGK in this one. I'm not going to get 2K23. I will think about 2K24, but it's kind of like what Adam said in the chat. Abandon 2K. Yeah, because I kind of fucking hate them as a developer, and they just put the same game out every single year, and it always has more and more problems. Like, I've gotten a lot of mileage out of this game, don't get me wrong. Had a lot of fun on stream with this one. But it's kind of in spite of this game. This game's actually kind of a piece of fucking shit. And I can't tell you, like, how challenging it is to, like, make this ready to go for stream. Like, to get all these things, all these elements put together. And, like, it's just so buggy. It crashes all the time. Oh, my God. Shades of KaylaMarieTea there from 801. I'm sorry, not calling the in-ring action too much. Just got a lot to say about 2K. So, like, I'm not getting 2K23 for sure. I will consider 2K24, but, like, I'll probably wait and see what's up with the game. Like, I'm not going to pre-order it by any means. I'm not going to buy it on release day. And it also wouldn't even really suit me to. Holy shit, look at that. Hurricane Rana off the top rope. Hooks the leg. Is that enough to put the nightmares away? It's not. And look out for 6. If she gets the munchies in there, somebody might be exiting Sans jugular. But it wouldn't really suit me to get it right away anyway, because like I said earlier, community creations is such an integral part of what I do on stream. And if you get it right away, there's not going to be any community creations. Like, I got this game, I got 2K22 like way into its release. So there was so much for me to play with right off the rip. And obviously, whoa, what the fuck? Hold on, Ada hooks the leg. After that, a huge spiral off the top rope. And Mono, you know, it's tricky, these mixed tag matches. You can't get your hands on the opposite gender, you get disqualified. But Mono just sort of bellowed from the other side of the ring, stop it! And Ada did, mysteriously enough. But yeah, I'll maybe get 2K24. I don't know. Like, if we're going to come back to wrestling streams one day, then yeah, I'm going to have to get 2K24. Unfortunately, there's just nothing else anywhere near like these games in terms of wrestling and customization. Like the AEW game, I guess, is not very good. And even if it was good, it doesn't have the simulation aspect to it. They went for a more arcadey. Wow, what a fucking kick to the temple through the paper bag. Hooks the leg. Is that it? Not quite, Leon Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, not quite. Wow, and Leon's got an answer for everything. Mono wants to hand him another amazing springboard. Hooks the leg, and I think that could be it. Could it? No! Mono's still rallying, and he's going to really want to tag out the 6th there and force Ada to come back in. But Leon going for some sort of modified crossface here. A Kennedy crossface. Look out, 6. Look out, 6, getting your little feetsies in the mix there. As far as I understood, that should have been a disqualification, but sometimes the referees in this game don't play by my rules. The 2K model is the most abusive in the gaming industry. All of their games are copy and paste, but somehow have more issues. Just release DLC now, give updated rosters, give a new full release every 3 years. I couldn't agree more, my friend. As a matter of fact, I think they're leaving money on the table by doing it the way that they are. They have kind of, in these games, they have a mode called My Faction, which is sort of Battle Pass-esque, riddled with microtransactions, but it's really fucking shitty and no one likes playing it. No one likes playing it. I agree. They should put one of these games out every 3 years would be fine, or every 2 years maybe. Support it fully those years. Do content updates. It seems crazy to me that they haven't cracked the code on this. They do DLC for these games after they come out for like a few months, but to me it's never very exciting stuff. You could be, like Cody Rhodes debuted when this was still the main game before 2K23, for example. Now they added him to 2K23, and that was a big selling point of it. But like, you don't need to make a whole new game to add Cody Rhodes. Just sell him as DLC. Or people frown on the Battle Pass system thing, but I feel like obviously you gotta pitch this in a way where they make shit heaps of money. Do a Battle Pass where you can unlock a new wrestler or a new attire or a new arena. Like, hey, and if you don't want it, you don't have to get that Battle Pass, but like, hey, here's the main event Jey Uso Battle Pass, and if you win, if you play all the way through it, you get his new entrance music and his new attire and his new entrance animations. Like, there's no reason it has to be a new game every year. It's archaic, outdated, and I think they stand to make more money if they just made a good game and supported it for a full cycle before developing the next one. That's my opinion. I think they should have 2 2K games per console generation. I think that would be totally fair and sustainable, long enough development cycle. Another huge corkscrew from Ada Wong to 6, hooks the leg. Is that enough? Oh, what the hell is this? What are these shenanigans going on? These mixed tag shenanigans here. 6, again, breaks it up, just sort of hollers at the ref. I mean, that was it. Do not, make no mistake, that was 100% going to be the end of that match. Ada had it in the bag, no pun intended, Mono. Sorry if I offended you there. They make so much money doing what they do and releasing a half-assed game every year, $60 a year from every person. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, look, they obviously, if what they were doing wasn't working, they wouldn't be doing it, but they just phone it in every fucking time. Hold on. Is this it? And it is! Resident Evil! Look how Ada's so excited. I've never seen her have that much enthusiasm about anything before. Resident Evil brings it home. But Ada looked, absolutely incredible doing those flip moves at the top rope. I know Leon did ultimately score the pin, no surprise there. But she was looking like a fucking star off the top rope there. Definitely had a huge impact on this mixed tag win. Winners. Oh, look, they're all friends. High fives. Oh, man, that high five is going to sustain Leon for another several years. He's never fallen out of love with this lady. We got Pixie in the chat. What's going on, Pixie? Not a single Help Me Leon was heard that day. A great mix, an instant classic, said the crowd. For that mixed tag victory. Oh, wow, look at this one. Welcome in, Pixie. Great to see ya. How are ya? Oh, and don't you worry, Meta and Dilly, we are coming up on your tag team match. That's after this one. That's after this showdown right here, right now, between Brother Lomis and The Undertaker. Bit of a dream match here tonight. You know, I was talking about the late, great Bray Wyatt earlier. I said you can't think of horror and wrestling without a little Bray Wyatt. And I agree, that is true, but the same can be very much said for The Undertaker. You cannot have a Halloween-themed pay-per-view without The Undertaker, in my opinion. And thankfully, we do, of course, here at WATCW have such a great working relationship with WWE that they loaned us out The Undertaker. You can only imagine the crossovers we may still see in the final months of WATCW. Reliving your glory days of being into wrestling? Hell yeah. And you came to the right place. We do this every single month, once a month. We've got our virtual wrestling league here, which features some of our friends in the streaming and podcasting and content creation spaces. I mentioned MayorWertz and Dilly Tots. They have a tag team match coming up after this. Brother Lomis here, my former team's partner back in the movie Trivia Schmodown, no less. One of the greatest to ever do it. Some would say perhaps the Undertaker of the Schmodown. And that's, now you can see how this dream match comes together. Two respected legendary phenoms of their very unique crafts meeting for the first and last time. Both thought to be dead. The Undertaker, of course, comes back from the dead all the time. Brother Lomis, as far as I understood, perished in a tragic chainsaw accident many months ago. But worry not, he's back! And it's time for this amazing dream encounter between Brother Lomis and The Undertaker. Dilly Tods and Macho Recto going to shit on some kids. Love to hear that. Pixie loved The Undertaker. I agree. He was always one of my favorites growing up. It really doesn't get much fucking cooler than The Undertaker, does it? Oh, Dilly, thank you for the gifted. Gifting a sub over to Pixie Boot. It's all love in the chat. Hey, this entrance looks familiar. Thanks for the gifted sub. Let me say it like a Twitch streamer does. Dilly Todd, thank you for the gifted. They say it really fast. That's how a Twitch streamer says. Thank you for the gifted. Thank you for the prime. Thank you for the gifted T1 sub. Thank you for the gifted sub, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for Reeloween Riot. I've been enjoying this one. I've been really excited for this one. Obviously, you know, I love spooky, scary. And look at this. You kind of can't believe you're seeing the fucking Undertaker in WATCW. Who would have thought that they would ever come? One of the absolute greatest to ever do it. Gracing the ring here tonight with his spectral presence. The dead man cometh. Fantastic. You know, I love Halloween. I basically knew from the time I started these wrestling streams that one day I was going to do a special Halloween spectacular, and it's finally here. And we've seen so many fascinating sights throughout the night. And Brother Lomis versus The Undertaker is no exception. He's ephemeral, truly a divinity. Well said, Dilly Tods. Well said. We've got all sorts of great matches still coming. We got this one. We've got Dilly Tods and MayorWertz versus Edward Cullen and Jacob Black of Twilight fame. What Halloween special would be complete without a little Twilight? We've got... What else have we got? We got 2 other championship matches past that. We've got, of course, we're crowning the King of the Ring tonight. The finale of our grand King of the Ring tournament in the form of, yes, the Semon Demon versus Big Moose Haas, one of which will be called King after that match. We've got our Tag Team Championship match in which Michael Myers and Ghostface will challenge What the Show. And finally, we have our Hell in a Cell World Championship match, which sees Nacho Libre defending against Mr. X. What a night it's been. What a night it shall be. So with the servers shutting down, do you keep all the stuff you've made, or is it all gone? I keep all the stuff that I've made, but I can't download any more of it. It's just the servers will be down. I won't be able to access the community database. Everything in my game is saved, you know, like to my console, and I'm gonna back it up on a hard. I routinely back up my save file on a hard drive for this game because of all of this, and I've heard horror stories of 2K save files getting bricked, and that would be fucking tragic. I can tell you this: if I lost all my save data for WATCW, that would definitely be the end of it. I would not start from scratch in this game. That would be the bad ending, very similar to me just tapping out on Security Breach on Tuesday. Yeah, GG no re. Here we go, though. Brother Lomis and The Undertaker. Two legends, two phenoms, two rulers of the undead coming together here. I know Brother Lomis had some choice words for The Undertaker's deceased manager, Paul Bearer. Said that Paul Bearer had stolen his entire shtick from Brother Lomis years ago. And now we'll see whether that holds true throughout this this incredible dream match here. I never thought I'd see the day these two would enter the ring together. And what an honor it is to host this here at Reeloween Riot tonight. And like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of great matchups yet to come. Trading fists back and forth. Brother Lomis, another competitor who has been around WATCW for quite some time. Accomplished a lot, but still I think could accomplish more. Did he and Moose ever hold the team titles? I don't think so. I don't think they ever did. And I think Lomis has made attempts at the Twitch title before, but just never quite crossed the threshold into championship glory. And a win against The Undertaker has massive implications. There are so few in this industry who have been able to accomplish just that. Undead Dabblers and the Sinister Necromantics. Yes, they are both. The Undertaker really is like one of the most interesting things in wrestling because his character is like so high concept it breaks like all suspension of disbelief, or it should. But it doesn't. He's basically an undead wizard who's also sometimes a biker. And wait a minute, shades of The Undertaker himself. Brother Lomis goes old school, tippy-toeing along the top rope, adding insult to injury. You know The Undertaker has to hate seeing his own signature move used against him, and that was very close. Very close. Kick out after two. Brother Lomis can't hardly believe it. He probably wants to get this thing done quick. Wait a minute. Speaking of making him humble, he's putting him in the clutch, middle of the ring. Brother Lomis going for the submission finisher right here, right now. Could you imagine if he made The Undertaker tap out? No, it's not going to be that easy. I know The Undertaker is proper retired from wrestling. He's going on podcasts. He's doing hot ones and shit, but he's still got it. And he's going to show you how it's truly done, I think. Undertaker goes to the corner. He's going to tiptoe across the top rope, and a little bit of the old school of his own brought to Brother Lomis. He said, "You think you got what it takes, kid? That's cute. I'll show you how it's done." Now he's going to try to hook the leg, middle of the ring. Is it enough to beat? No, not quite. Kicked out after two. Wasn't Goldust supposed to be an alien? I don't know if Goldust is supposed to be an alien. Was he? Goldust thing was just like, he's weird. He's like a gold cross-dresser. And I feel like they also acted like he had this, like, he was sort of like a movie star, right? They had a run of Goldust where he was like, the idea was that he was this like luxurious like actor, like celebrity. But I don't really know any famous actor who looks or presents anything like Goldust. Maybe like an actor in a John Waters film. I don't. Goldust is an alien. Don't know what's supposed to be. I don't know if was Goldust. You know what? I'm gonna look that one up. I don't remember Goldust being an alien. Was Goldust an alien? Can't say it any better than that. What was Goldust's gimmick? What was his story? He's the metrosexual son of a plumber. Or son of a plumber. I don't think Goldust was an alien. I don't think so. I thought I would remember that, and I don't. And I don't see a lot of corroborating evidence that he was an alien. Undertaker, not having any time for my nonsense, hooks the leg, tries to wrap this up, doesn't get it. Yeah, I don't know. He was just like a golden cross-dresser. You know, he's one of those. He is not quite as iconic as Undertaker, but kind of the same thing. Where, wait a minute, you see Undertaker freaking out. Brother Lomis, again, using one of his old tricks against him. The lights fade, they come back on, and Brother Lomis with a bit of a jump scare behind the Undertaker there. Incredible stuff. And these guys do seem to occupy the same spectral realm. They got a lot of the same tricks back and forth. Wait a minute, but here's the Undertaker's deadliest one. Tombstone! Pile driver! Busts Brother Lomis open, goes for the pin, and Lomis just barely inches out with that rope break. I'm surprised the ref saw it. They've got a nightmarish track record of such things here in WATCW. But Lomis, saved by the rope, blood running down his face, now has to try and rally and get this match back in his favor. Who's it gonna be? Brother Lomis versus The Undertaker. This is what we call one night only, folks. You ain't gonna see The Undertaker back here. So if anybody's gonna beat him, it's gonna be Brother Lomis tonight. No one else gets the opportunity. Once again, going up top. Still one of the Devil's favorite tricks. Hits him with the old school in the middle of the ring. Hooks the leg. What's it gonna be? Is it enough? No! No, it's not! Man, I wish they had buried alive matches in this. This would definitely have been one. Why do they have those in this game? Wait a minute. Brother Lomis putting him up for the... No! Brother Lomis setting up the crucifix powerbomb. Undertaker sneaks out of it. Lomis returning to his own moveset for a moment and actually paying for it. Now Undertaker going to try and lock in that submission finish, and the rope's not saving Lomis. Is he going to tap? Will he tap to the dead man here tonight at Reeloween Riot? No! No, it's going to take more than that. Undertaker lets him out of it, and I think we see what he's got in mind next. Puts Lomis up. No, I thought it was going to be a chokeslam. He's going for a second. A second tombstone pile driver. Once again, a little close to those ropes. Is he going to get through it? He did it again. He did it again. Brother Lomis just manages to barely. And the fans are chanting one more time. They want to see a third tombstone pile driver. Lomis once again saved by the rope. The Undertaker knows how to dish out punishment, but still lacking, it seems, maybe a little rusty on the ring awareness part here. He needs to get Lomis closer to the center of the ring before going for that pin, because I'm more than confident that would have ended the match right there. Oh my gosh. Have you seen this one enough times yet? Don't touch that dial. Don't reset your television here. We're not going old school. We've been in old school. And is that enough? I think he's going to try to finish it right there. And that's got to be it. And it is! And it is. Well, you knew The Undertaker wasn't going to come out of retirement for nothing. The end of that dream match. Oh, wait a minute. He's celebrating that well-earned victory. Here comes Brother Lomis. Offers the hand. We saw this earlier tonight with Featured and Ron. And they shake the hands. Two icons. Look at this. We love this. Legends supporting legends. Brother Lomis giving it up for The Undertaker. One last round of applause as the fans give it to the icon there. The Phenom. The Dead Man. That's right. Bros. Brother Lomis is, by the way, not a short guy by any stretch of the imagination. Really puts in perspective just how fucking tall The Undertaker is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll clap. Gotta make sure you clap. Everybody clap. Everybody clap. Especially you, Dilly Tots. Especially you, Ramstein. Everybody clap. Especially you, Nicolele's. Clap. Hi, first time chatter, RX7JMan2231. Make sure you're clapping too. Thank you for clapping. Thank you for tuning in. Wow. What a victory for The Undertaker there. Fantastic. What a match between two icons. Why did I clap IRL? That's what I meant. I meant clap IRL. If anybody here wasn't clapping IRL, make sure you do that right now. That's what I meant when I said that. That's what I meant when I said that. Welcome on in to anybody joining us for the first time here tonight. This is WATCW, our monthly wrestling stream where some of our friends from the streaming, podcasting, content creation spaces fight one another, as well as our favorite characters from all sorts of games, movies, comic books, etc. And speaking of which, here we go. Two of our friends in the chat right now, Dilly Tots and MayorWertz, making their highly anticipated tag team debut against, yes, you are correct, Jacob Black, Edward Cullen, accompanied to ringside by, of course, Bella Swan. Here we go, folks. This is a big one. Here we go. Highly anticipated by several entire people. So true. Making their way to the ring for the first time. After two respective separate singles runs in the King of the Ring tournament last month, it's now time. Behold, the Toddserract, Dilly Todds, MayorWertz, two boys wearing capes, walking through the fire to enter the tag team division. This is a big one, folks. I have been waiting to see these two arrive at the tag team division for quite some time. Dead Bella Swan? Well, yes, she is sort of dead from a certain perspective. I don't know if you've seen all 5 films in the Twilight Saga, and spoilers if you haven't and don't want to know, but she is indeed turned into a vampire eventually. So, and she definitely did die. Yeah, she died for sure. She died super hard and then became a vampire. Great films. You do wear the capes well. You do look fantastic in the capes. Such a shame that those have to come off when the bell rings. I think it's actually not possible to keep capes on during the match in this game. I think it makes you take them off because this game knows it cannot fucking render those in any capacity beyond what you're seeing right now, or the whole entire save will get bricked up. And I'm getting bricked up. Look at this pose. Excuse me, I just belched. I don't know if that's the pumpkin ale or if that's the ghost pepper whopper. Probably a little column A and column B. I am eating myself to an early grave, folks. Medic can wear capes to the next meetup. Oh, can we wear capes to the next meetup? Look at that! What a pose! Look at these guys! If you guys don't wear capes, I'm going to be really fucking upset with the both of you. Here we go. Look at these guys. What a team. But it ain't going to be so easy. If they want to get their first win in the tag team division, they're going to have to go through these 3. I didn't make this Bella Swan, by the way. I got to say, the person who did a really good job. That definitely looks a lot like Kristen Stewart. Here they come. 2 fellas that she's kissed. One she still kisses. The other just kind of watches on in shame. Which one is which? Only the true fans will know. Doesn't matter if you're Team Edward or if you're Team Jacob. They're on the same team tonight. And we haven't seen the Cullen family in quite some time. If they win here tonight, we might be seeing a lot more of them. Stretch Armstrong. His foundation does not match his chest. Wow, Dilly just going in on these guys. He does. Jacob does have kind of an interesting face, but it was the one that was in the community creations, and I certainly don't have what it takes to make a. Oh, look at that! Toddserract getting the fuck out of Dodge in unison, though. Did you see that? Perfectly tuned to one another. Jacob looks like an early sim. Oh, it's so true. Not everybody is operating on the same plane of existence in this game. Not everyone's quite as detailed as one another. Which is a shame, you know. You ever see somebody and you're like, I'm not quite as detailed as that person? I'm not quite as well rendered as that person. Can create a lot of insecurities for you. Here we go. The capes are off. Oh, and look at that. You want to talk shit about his pecs and his face? Well, guess what? Jacob Black just transformed into a werewolf, bitch. And here we go. Bell rings, and Jacob is taking it to Dilly Todd's real quick. Heard all the inappropriate insults flung his way and wasted no time in bringing it to the Toddserract. People are stunned. They didn't realize what was possible, what was legal in this game and in this ring. And that's right, you can transform into a werewolf before the opening bell and compete that way. It's completely legal. It's in the rule book. Edward flipping it around on Dilly. Back and forth we go. This is highly competitive. Tags in MayorWertz, or as he's known in some parts of the cosmos, Macho Recto, one of our premier high flyers. He's just a bit of a bone boy. And now he's taking it to a sparkly god in the form of Edward Cullen. This is real big. You can only win your first match once. And these guys, oh, count them, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not quite 7. Edward fights out of it. He's had enough. He's had enough. But Meta's keeping them hands up. Like I was saying, Meta and Dilly have competed several times in singles action before, but this is their team's debut. You can only win your first team's match once. Can they do it? Jacob asking for the tag from Edward, and Meta's just kind of doing his thing in the corner. He's just vibing. Oh, but he stops it just in the nick of time. Hooks the leg. I think it's going to take more than that to beat Edward. And the chat's running wild, brother. People want to see the Toddserract tonight, and they're getting it. And I'm so happy we've got so many joining us for this. Is this the Battinson? Why is he so ripped? You sound like somebody who's never watched Edward Cullen with his shirt off. He's very strong. He's very powerful. He has the skin of a killer. Dilly's in chat looking for that tag. Meta's keeping control pretty well in the ring so far, though. Throws Edward to the outside. And Dilly looks down upon him. The Toddserract observes patiently. And I was talking about new teams earlier. If the Toddserract can get a debut win here tonight, that could have huge implications for the team's championship division. Bella watching on patiently as well. I always wonder with these three, is Bella going to be more of a distraction or a support? It's hard to say. She could be very distracting for these two. But look at this! Edward lighting Meta up with chops on the outside. And the crowd hates this. The crowd did not need to see these three again anytime soon. And I think they just as soon like to see him sent back to Forks, Washington. Featured never saw him. I also did not watch these in high school, but I did mysteriously watch them as an adult and sort of unironically love them. So you're not going to see me taking shots at the saga. Get your head in the game. Yeah, that count out. You got to be careful with those count outs. We've seen matches end that way before, and it can be very tragic and just not what you want to see in a big pay-per-view bout. You want to see a clean, fair, well-fought fight. And now Meta with a pile driver to Jacob Black. Oh, good night. And yes, I was going to suggest this, and he's doing it. Well scouted, well planned. Tags out to Dilly Todd's. Master of the Muck Witch sends him to the corner. Tags out, that's right. People are getting upset. He's not a furry. He's a werewolf. That's his actual body. It's not a costume. It's his body. He turns into a big wolf. Wait a minute. Look out, Dilly. Edward's coming right for you. You got to be careful. Those vampires are super fast, but not fast enough to stop that top rope leg drop to the throat of Jacob Black. Hooks the leg, and Edward, I think, was getting a little worried there. Actually went as far as breaking up the pin. And I think Meta just threw him directly into the referee. Careful there. You don't want to get disqualified. That'd also be a tragic way to see the Toddseract's first match end in a DQ finish. It's not hot and chewy. Pay attention. Pay attention. This is the greatest film series of all time. Not Star Wars, the Twilight Saga. Have some respect. Classless peasant. I'll start yelling at Featured again. I don't care if we're not playing Five Nights at Freddy's anymore. I'll yell at Featured again if I have to. Locking up with Jacob Black in the middle of the ring once more. Bella looking upset, question mark on the outside. Can't blame her. Whoa, what big DDT from Jacob to Dilly here. Hooks the leg. Dilly kicks out. And I gotta tell you, if I'm the Toddserract, I better bring this home as a winner. It would be very tragic to see them hold the L to the Twilight family after talking so much trash. And look outside, the fans are absolutely petrified. This seems to happen when we do these wrestling streams. The fans just get so fucking pumped and so excited, they just freeze in place. They can't manage anything more than that. They're just so worn out. Wait a minute, and big pile driver now! Big pile driver to Edward Cullen. The Toddserract both going to the same well, and now it's time to lock in. That's right, the sharpshooter going for a submission finish on Edward Cullen. But Jacob Black breaks it up in no time at all. Meta's here to throw him out of the ring. Dilly hooks the leg. Not sure what happened there. He's going to try one more time. Count it, ref. Is it enough after locking in the sharpshooter? Not even close. Meta's taking the dog for the walk on the outside. And this is it. Now's the time to capitalize when Jacob is distracted. Now's the time to finish it. Dilly going up top. What's he got for Cullen? Jumps off. Huge diving body press. Huge press. Oh. And we're looking for a big leg drop there, but didn't quite get it. That was going to be the opportunity to get the win. Likewise, now's the time for Edward to try to find the ending of this match. And it's not there either. It's going to take more. It's going to take that big winning maneuver. And now it's Edward's turn to go up top. Those vampires, they're so fast. They're as quick as they are sparkly. What's he got ready for Dilly Todds? Oh, couldn't quite get it. Dilly Todds just managed to maybe even instinctively step out of the range there for Edward, who's just going to throw him out as a consolation prize. Get me in there. Meta wants the tag. Meta wants back in. And that is the key to a good tag team match. You don't want to be a glory hog. Oh my God! I thought maybe Dilly was about to fight his way out of that, but Edward saw it through. Big suplex to the outside, and that concrete floor is protected by those mats. But let me tell you, it still does not feel good coming down on one of those. Throws Edward back into the ring, and I do agree. You got to make the tag, or Edward's going to make the tag to Jacob. And Dilly apparently going to stay put and try to fight his way through this one. But you can't be selfish, can't be greedy. This is a team effort here, Dilly. Don't let ego take over. You got to have frequent tags. Take advantage of the fact that you're a team out there. Hatred of furries will kill us both. Dilly's got a deep-rooted hatred of furries, apparently. That's something he'll have to work out with his therapist. But he's going to try to do it a little bit in the ring here tonight. And Jacob taking a load on after that huge spine buster to Meta. And it hits him out, falls up with a suplex. The Cullen family looking downright fantastic here. Oh, and a spinning elbow to the jaw of Macho Recto. Dilly the first sector. Man, and I gotta tell you, I don't know that the Cullens have ever looked better than this in ring here tonight. We've seen them compete before, but it's been a while. I think they've even had the privilege to compete for Tag Team Gold before, but never have won it. And this would certainly shoot them up the rankings tonight if they were to get a win over these rookies. Likewise for the Toddserract. Oh, and did you see that busted Meta open on the corner? And look at this double team maneuver! That's straight out of Twilight Eclipse right there. That team up move. Only the biggest twihards are going to get what I'm saying with that one. And now Edward's going for the submission maneuver. And Dilly needs to get in there and break that up. Dilly needs to get in there and break that up. He's okay. There he is. Yeah, you can't take any risks this late in the match. You see a submission hold, you got to break that up because everybody's tired. They are hurting. Wait a minute, Stunner! Stunner from Edward! Oh, Stunner from Edward! Stone Cullen Stunner, but it was on Dilly, who's not the legal man. Meta hits him with the body slam. Now's the time to capitalize. Macho Recto. Now's the time. Hooks the leg. Is it enough? There's Jacob. Oh. Edward just kicked out, and even if he had it, Jacob was waiting in the wings to make the save. Throws him out. Meta, don't get caught up in your own. Ah. Let me tell you, somebody who was a little more comfortable in that ring would have seen an opportunity to finish it. Hooks the leg. Is that going to be enough? No! Meta kicks out, and Edward can barely believe it. Edward can barely believe it. Now he's sizing Meta up. He's sizing Meta up for Stone Cullen Stunner! No, not like this. Hooks the leg. Where's Dilly Tods? Where's Dilly Tods? No. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How did Macho kick out of that? What will it take to put Meta away? The second stunner. I can't believe it. He has got to get the tag. He has got to get out of there because now Jacob Black is putting him up. Oh, he just barely fought. Wow, he reversed it. I don't know what Jacob was going for there. Meta's fighting his way out of it. He has got to get Dilly back in this. Fights into the corner, but Dilly Tods isn't there. I don't even know how MayorWertz is standing, folks. Throws Jacob to the outside. Tag in Dilly. No, don't be tempted. Don't be tempted. Unbelievable. And he's showboating and gloating, and after all the punishment he's withstood, I can't blame him. He's looking really impressive, but oh. It's a team effort out here, and that's something I can say that the Cullens have been doing well is the frequent tags. Even that double team maneuver was incredible stuff. The Toddserract, it maintains, but it must overcome, and MayorWertz has got to get in there, tag in Dilly. Oh, and he throws Jacob into those neon orange steps. Meta's going to keep gloating it up in here. That old Macho Recto swag. But he's going to pay for it. He's had so many opportunities to tag out to Dilly. Now letting Jacob get in the ring. Hits him with the elbow. Hits him with the elbow and busts him open. You can't see it through all that fur, but I assure you Jacob is bleeding now. And now Macho's going up top. Wait a minute for that signature top rope elbow drop. Jacob gets out of the way. Jacob gets out of the way. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take to put this one away? Back and forth we go. These two teams want it so badly, and what I would have to say, surprisingly, thus far is the match of the night. And there we go, tag out the Dilly Tods. And wait a minute, a little Twilight Eclipse of their own. Double slingshot into the turnbuckle. Incredible teamwork. Dilly hooks the leg. And lets him out of it. I almost wonder if that could have been enough just with all the punishment he's received. Dilly's gloating. He's going to tag in Edward. You got to stop him. No, don't tag Meta back in. He needs more time to recharge his batteries. I don't know. There's a lot of rookie mistakes happening on behalf of the Toddserract, and I try to be impartial. I try to be unbiased when it comes to these things, but I would love to see these guys take home the dub tonight, but they are making it harder on themselves. Dilly throws Edward out. Somebody has got to finish this up. Jacob goes back out. I don't know. Somebody needs to call for a timeout and remind these guys how these matches work. And now it's just pure chaos. All four of them spill to the outside. All four battling on the outside. The ref starting what would be considered a quadruple count out. Dilly's starting to return to his corner. Meta is so consumed by his own bloodlust with Edward. I don't even remember who the legal man is anymore. I'm guessing it was Jacob. And now he's thrown into the steps. Get back in the ring! Get in the ring! Look, Meta, at the very least, can go back in the ring and enjoy a count-out victory. But right now, he's risking a double count-out. He's risking a double count-out. Get in there! Get in there! Whoo! Whoo! Now it's up to Jacob. What's Jacob doing? Jacob, what's Jacob doing? Jacob got counted out! Jacob got counted out. Look at him. He's running in place. He can't believe it. Oh, my God. Maybe not the ending we wanted. I would have loved to have seen a proper pin or submission, but... Oh, my God. Jacob beaten so badly he couldn't find his way back to the ring in time. Suffered a count out. The dog stays outside. And one way or another, the Toddserract just enjoyed their first ever win.
The Ascension.
They've done it. They've proven it can be done. And you're now looking at the 1-0 tag team of the Toddserract. Oh, look at this pose. I know the Undertaker's still in back. This must make him proud. Incredible! Behold the Toddserract, for it is good. It is perhaps so soon the greatest of all time. Easily the match of the night so far. Damn, dogs can't count. Jacob tried to get in a 10 count in dog years, I suppose. And he didn't make it. A win is a win, but damn, hey. Y'all won big time. And it wasn't a fluke. Earlier in the night, a lot of you missed it. We saw the Rager lose the Twitch Championship to Leatherface in a Mountain Dew Pitch Black match very quickly as Leatherface used the ropes for some extra support, cheated his way to a win. And that was tragic to see. We hated to see that. It was very upsetting. This, again, not quite the ending we wanted, but it can't be helped. You beat the opponent so bad they couldn't find their way back to the ring, and now you're the winners. God damn. What a fight. What a battle. I almost feel like that one should have gone on last. But we've got some big things ahead of us still, folks. 3 matches left. 3 matches to go, and this one has been highly anticipated. Let me give you a little tale of the tape here, folks. For the past month or so, we've been enjoying our biggest tournament ever here in WATCW, our King of the Ring spread, which saw all of the competitors based on our friends, again, our fellow streamers, our podcasters, our content creators. Everybody in this game, based on someone I actually know, competed in a massive, I think it was, 26-man tournament. And we've watched the best of the best of the best fight one another to the finals here. This is the final match in the King of the Ring tournament. The winner of this one will be walking out tonight as King Moose Haas versus the Semon Demon. Who is capable of wearing the crown? Who is worthy of sitting on the throne? Moose coming out with that trademark blade in hand. It'd be apropos, but will he be able to get the crown to match tonight? Yeah, Meta and Dilly were both in the King of the Ring tournament. So true, as was FeaturedFilms. King of the Ring knockout was a tragedy. I believe Dilly Todd was eliminated by this man right here, Moose Haas. A war of the ages it was. What a tag team match it was. That was a hell of a win. And you know what? I'll go ahead and just say it now. I'll give you this. After that match, I'm going to do it next month on our next pay-per-view in November. The Toddserract will indeed get a team's championship match. Against who? I don't know. We'll see who walks out tonight as the tag team champions. But the Toddserract will be back next month to challenge for the team's titles. They've earned it. Good night, Nicolele's. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming over with Meta's Raid. I appreciate that. Hanging out for the night, watching some of this tomfoolery, and witnessing one of the greatest teams matches I've ever had the pleasure of calling. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, my friend. Take it easy. The rope break curse for Dilly, that's right. The karmic fall. I still haven't updated Connor's username there. Oh well. Here he comes, the Semen Demon. Now, if I had to say there was a dark horse in all of this, I think it might be the Demon. Look, I gotta tell you, I went into the King of the Ring tournament. I was just talking about it. I try to stay impartial, unbiased. I try not to tip the scale ever in any way I can, but if I had to pick two guys I expected to see in the finals of this thing, I don't know if I would have expected the Semon Demon or Moose Haas. That is really the Tilly enjoying the. You think I would have changed his jacket by now with the fucking with the tassel fucking freaking out? But I think I kind of enjoy it. I think it's a great, poignant reminder of what a high-quality developer 2K is. And here we go. Like I said, I would never have expected maybe these guys would be at the end of all this. That they would prove to be two of the very best in our league. But here we are, they've earned it. Both men on incredible win streaks, and only one of them will be able to... Well, for only one of them that will remain true tonight. Is it going to be King Demon or is it going to be King Moose? And you see Demon trying to really unload, pardon the phrasing there in terms of Semon Demon, but really trying to get this match in his favor. And Moose Haas just keeps shoving him off here. Yeah, his jacket was four-dimensional, and you're right, 2K, they cannot even program tassels. They probably don't even know that is something that they would have needed to fix in the first place. They just put this game out, and they don't fucking care after that. Oh, Moose Haas not quite getting any of that. And you gotta, for these guys, I would suggest staying methodical, patient, going in there with a real tactical approach, not letting the pressure of this tournament get to them here. Even though there is so much on the stake, mind you, not only will one of these guys be crowned king as a result of winning this match, but whoever wins this immediately becomes the #1 contender to the World Championship. So just as I told you, the Toddserract will be challenging for the team's titles next month. One of these men will be challenging for the World Championship next month. Now, we don't know who the champion will be quite yet. It's going to either be Mr. X or it's going to be Nacho Libre. We'll find that out in our main event later tonight. His fringe was growing galls like an oak. It's true. Moose not used to someone of the Demon's size. He's got sort of this mad squirrel energy. And Moose wants more of him. I'm very curious to see who it's going to be. These guys outlasted everybody else in the league to earn their spot here on pay-per-view. And the Demon is showboating 1/3 of the Nasty World Order. And I gotta say, I'm stoked for the Demon because in regards to that Nasty World Order, we've seen the Rager hold gold in the form of the Twitch Championship. He did lose that earlier tonight, unfortunately, to Leatherface. Hollywood Molback was once one half of the greatest teams champions we've ever seen in the Kids at Heart. But the Demon hasn't had the opportunity to really solidify himself as an individual here in WATCW. And can you imagine if he did so by becoming the king of the ring? Can you imagine if he did so by becoming the first member of the Nasty World to hold the World Championship? My God. And then you have Moose Haas, who spent a lot of time in the team's division alongside brother Lomis, who we saw earlier tonight with The Undertaker. He was also, again, one of the great... Oh, diving leg drop. One of the great Schmodown personalities that I've had the pleasure and privilege of getting to know. And keep your eyes peeled. You might see yours truly over on the Last American Heroes channel on YouTube pretty soon for some Benny M. Moose trivia. I'm just saying, keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. Meta's got to go. Good night, Meta. I know it's very hard staying up late. But a stream. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Great match. Thank you for the raid. If anybody lurking here isn't following Meta, I highly recommend you do. If you like watching me play the Spoopy game, you'll love watching him play the Spoopy game. Thanks for tuning in, sir. Tosses him to the outside, and this has been a bit of a back-and-forth contest, hasn't it, folks? Moose showing off to the crowd. And I do recommend everybody checks out the Last American Heroes on YouTube, keeping the spirit of the movie trivia Schmodown alive with great competitive matches over there. Benny and Moose, as it were. Moose just going to town on the Demon with those power bombs on the outside. And another guy who has, been around in WATCW for quite some time and been a staple for quite some time. but has an opportunity to really cement his own legacy as the king. Oh, and that DDT busts Demon open. Hey, can we change the camera angle here? I can't see a thing. Oh my god, and I thought for a second that really might have been it. Dilly Tots can't believe they got the count out. Hey, you know, we've seen it before. And I agree, I would have loved to, after a match that intense, that dramatic, that nail-biting, I would have loved to have seen somebody get that proper finishing move and pin, or that submission finish. But it is what it is. You got the win. Nobody needs to feel bad about that except for Jacob Black, who, of course, has to feel bad about missing out on the love of his life, has to feel bad about imprinting on a baby, and now has to feel bad about losing this. Wait a minute! Demon Cutter! Demon Cutter! Hooks the leg! Middle of the ring! Is he the king? Oh! Moose just barely kicks out, running on instinct perhaps. A 2.999. Semon going way up high. Swanton! Semon going way up high. What a sentence. Hooks the leg. Could that be it? No. Moose manages to rally out of it, and the Semon Demon can't believe it. He was this close to winning. But it's going to take something else out of his bag of tricks before the Moose stays down. And now he's been busted open. Moose Haas has been busted open. There's blood all over the ring. Demon's tossing him to the outside. Oh, and we've seen this before. Dives through the corner. Spiral. DDT to the outside. What a move. What a picture-perfect move. And this went from professional to personal, folks. It's not just about becoming the king. It truly is about beating the ever-loving shit out of your opponent here. Unreal. These guys want it so bad they can taste it. Oh, Demon reverses it. I would not be sad to see either of these men win tonight, and whoever does do it will have earned it in such a big bad way. Rams Demon into the corner. And you better pay attention, boys. That ref is counting. The Demon is a Spider-Man. Hey, we'll have a Spider-Man on stream not far from now. I will be doing Spider-Man 2 in November. I saw Alan Wake 2's reviews also started coming out today, and it's getting 10, like 9.5s, and 10s across the board. I'm so fucking excited for Alan Wake 2. Wait a minute! Moose, get back in there! I would hate to see the tournament in that way. And wait a minute, did you see it? The Demon had a cutter ready to go. He was about to hit it, and Moose canceled him out of it with that fall-away slam. Probably saved his chances at winning this match. And now the Demon's going to have to get back to his feet and find an opportunity to hit it. I saw it. He was getting into position. He had that cutter ready to go. And now Moose, somewhere we don't see him often, with another diving leg drop, hooks the leg. Is it enough? No! It's not. The Demon kicks out. The Demon kicks out. And now Moose is going to the corner. Oh my. He's getting the mantlers ready. And he's going for the big kick. Hooks it. Is that it? Is he the king? Is he the king? Is it over? It is. Damn it all the hell. A massive kick from the corner. Just about took the Demon's skull off. And we have a tournament winner, folks. The next time you see that man, he won't be Moose Haas. He'll be King Moose Haas. And he's going to November to challenge the world champion. And the Demon looks dejected, upset, and disappointed. I can hardly blame him. Getting this far, getting so close to achieving the impossible and etching his name amongst the gods, but he must take it in stride. It was an incredible run, an incredible win streak like that we've never seen before in WATCW. And while he may not be challenging for the world title next month, while he may not be the king, the Demon has proven himself without a doubt as one of the top competitors in WATCW. And as we wind down on these final months of the show, I know in my heart we haven't seen the last of the Semon Demon, but holy shit, what a victory. Well fought, and congratulations to Big Moose Haas. King Moose Haas. King fucking Moose. And next month, we might be calling him World Champion Moose Haas. But next time you see him, he will have a very regal makeover. I can promise you that much. Wow! That's the end of our King of the Ring tournament. What a show it was. What a saga. Greater than the Twilight Saga, I would say. And now we have it. Congrats to the king, baby. Hail to the king. Moose Haas has done it, folks. We have 2 matches left tonight. 2 championship contests right here. And if I'm Dilly Tods, and I'm not, I wish I was, but if I was Dilly Tods, I'd be watching this one with great interest. Because one of these duos is going to be the tag team champions in November. And the Toddserract will challenge them. And I don't think they're going to get a win off of a countout. These are 2 respected teams in the league. We got Ram dropping the Leatherface emotes. I forgot I have Texas Chainsaw emotes still. I'm not even playing that game anymore. I got to clear those out. I totally forgot about that. Maybe keep the chainsaw because that's fun. We actually saw Leatherface earlier tonight. Leatherface defeated the Rager in our opening contest, and he's now the Twitch champion. Let that be known. This streaming platform that you're on right now, Leatherface is the champion of this. It's such a shame to have happened just after WatCon, to have happened right after TwitchCon, because Leatherface should have been there to do meet and greets and welcome the fans in. What the hell is this? This isn't their I literally made a point to program their entrance today. What the hell is this? This isn't the entrance I asked for. Anyway, here we go. We got one half of the team's champions in chat right now in the form of AJ Lancaster. Gonna hit that Dick Stew with a phone. Let's go. It's a great question that's worth asking. This is a Ghostface. Hard to say which Ghostface it is. There's been so many through history. I know which Michael Myers that is. Actually, I don't know which. I've never seen Michael Myers do all that. Even though I have seen him hit the gritty in Fortnite already. If they had waited just like 2 more days, I could have annoyingly said like, hey, we had Michael Myers before Fortnite even did. But no, they actually put Michael Myers out like 2 days ago, and I already bought him. How the hell you doing, AJ? Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you, both in chat and on the screen, because here they are. What the Show. Another channel I highly recommend on YouTube, soon to celebrate their 3-year anniversary. You love to see it. Easier said than done. A great show, a great couple of folks over there, and a great duo making up your Wrestle Real Tag Team Champions tonight, donning the honorable purple straps. And this will be, if successful, their 2nd ever title defense, having defeated Los Mysterios last time they put those belts on the line. And now they have challengers in the way of Really Scared, named affectionately after Connor and I's old horror movie podcast. Michael Myers, Ghostface, and escorted to ringside by Freddy Krueger, Fredward himself. And Really Scared, I'll tell you this, similar to the podcast itself, not a team we've seen in a long time. I'm pretty sure this team actually, I could be wrong, I'd have to open up the WATCW record book, but I'm pretty sure Michael Myers and Ghostface have never won a match in WATCW before. So I don't know, you could kind of call this like a nepotism thing, but it's like seasonal nepotism. It's like these guys are just so on brand. I had to give them a match here tonight. So here they are, challenging for the tag team titles. I mean, what an opportunity that is, to have never won a match and then suddenly compete for the most prestigious title in your respective division. And I'll tell you another thing. I've been saying we're kind of winding down on WATCW here. We're in the final months of wrestling streams as 2K22 soon to be dissolved entirely. If Really Scared don't win here tonight, I can't really guarantee that we'll ever see this team again. So that's the stakes for these guys. Not only the belts themselves, but their entire existence as in-ring competitors may be at stake here against Deacon and Lancaster. And it's a tall task because I got to tell you, What the Show have looked... Wait, what the hell? Why isn't Juice with What the Show? Is he not over there? This did something really goofy. This did something really goofy, this universe mode. It like took Justin out from ringside and forgot Really Scared's entrance. This game's such a piece of shit sometimes. Doing good. I'm happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. I'm looking forward to the 3-year anniversary bonanza. It's tomorrow, right? If I'm not wrong. Ooh, big power bomb, which it also is midnight my time, which I think, if it is tomorrow, means it's technically the anniversary of What the Show right now. So happy anniversary, dude. Here we go. Kind of a standoff here. Be careful with these countouts. We've already seen one highly contested teams match end in countout tonight. And it wasn't the ending we wanted. But the match itself was still incredible. AJ taking Ghostface to the corner. That is a big Ghostface. Who's the biggest Ghostface, you think? I had a lot of them. Just trying to put together the clues on which one that might be. Who's under the mask? What if we had that? What if we had like a WATCW murder mystery? Maybe that's how we start clearing up save slots in the roster is Ghostface, a masked mystery man, just starts murdering wrestlers. Who could it be under the mask? Is it, let's see, could it be Nacho Libre? Could it be, Kratos? Could it be Walter White? Could it be Shook Knight 323? Who knows? As AJ just throws him around effortlessly. Who's the biggest Ghostface up there with Semen Demon goes all the way up? Mayor just saw that you beat him featured. That's fantastic. He should have been in the chat. You should have been paying for that in-flight Wi-Fi. He doesn't like it. That's a shame. He should have been paying for that in-flight Wi-Fi so he could have cheered himself on up in the sky. Those are the priorities, baby. I know TwitchCon's a big deal, but nothing could be bigger than Reeloween Riot, Danny-O. 2 is the tallest. 2 is the tallest. Stu is the tallest. Jesus, I think I'm pretty tired as well. Good thing we're almost done. This is our penultimate match here before our main event. Although these teams matches can be quite long in the tooth. They can be very highly contested sagas. And after this, we got a fucking Hell in a Cell match. So I don't think anybody should plan to get up and leave just yet. Wow, what a German suplex to Ghostface. You know, we're gonna find out who the tallest Ghostface is right now. Let's see. Check this out. How tall? Scream spoilers, by the way. I'm about to look at all the Ghostface. How tall is Ski Ulrich? He's 6 feet. Okay. 6 foot clean. Matthew Lillard, 6'4". Oh, it's gotta be him. Gotta be him. How tall is Timothy Oliphant? 6 foot? Nope. Wait, who played her brother? Is it Scott Foley? How tall is Scott Foley? 6'1". Not beating Lillard yet. You know, we probably could eliminate Scream 4, but I'll do it anyway. How tall is Emma Roberts? 5'2". And we also got to look up the Cullen. Which Cullen is that? Is that Kieran Cullen? No, which Cullen? Which Cullen? Is that Rory Cullen? It's Rory Cullen. How tall is Rory Cullen? This is the best stream ever. How tall is Rory Cullen? 5'6". Nope. Not him. All right. Scream 5. How tall? Again, spoilers here. Jack Quaid. Hold it. Big pin. Michael Myers. Deacon. Well scouted. Broke it up. Not Quaid. What's the girl? What's the girl's name? Scream 5 cast. What's the girl's name? Mickey Madison? How tall? How fucking tall? I love that everybody, we just have a record like this. 5'3". How tall? I'm just going to look up Dermot. I'm not going to bother these kids. 5'10". You were right. You were right. Matthew Lillard, tallest Scream by a country mile. 6'4". So look, if it's any of the ghost faces we've seen before, we have scientifically proven here. That's got to be Stu. With a springboard, what the fuck? backward somersault. What a move. Ugh. Dilly's never seen a Scream movie. Well, if you ever do... Wait a minute! What the fuck? I was too busy looking how tall they were. I didn't sense that we were anywhere near the end of this. Look at that Superman punch by Myers. Oh my god. A spear. All this happened while I was Googling how tall people
Here
were?
are your winners, the Monsters.
Unbelievable. Oh my god. Well, we figured out it was Stu just in time for him to get this upset victory. Unbelievable. The new team's champs. And Freddy's clapping on the outside. Stream froze, but it's back. Huh. I didn't see any of that reflected on my side, but I'm glad to hear that it's back. Unreal. AJ Lancaster now has a vendetta against Matthew Lillard. Holy shit. It was very good. This is the most shocking thing I've seen tonight. I gotta tell you, I kind of set that one up just as a goof. I just set that one up because I was like, well, I got these guys on the roster. What, am I going to not book them on the Halloween show? A huge upset victory by Ghostface and Michael Myers, the duo known as Really Scared. Maybe we do have to bring the podcast back now. They're the new Wrestle Real Teams champions. Do we have to now rename them the Real? Because Wrestle Real was a show on What Real Entertainment. I don't know why I'm abbreviating it out loud when I say it. Maybe now they're the Really Scared championships. Unreal, man. Wow, well. A well-fought attempt at a defense from What the Show. Damn.
And is for the
He had a great title reign.
Pro Wrestling Super World.
But there you go. There you have it. Next month in November, the Toddserract will challenge Michael Myers and Ghostface for those 2 belts. What a bizarre night it's been. Wow, I did not realize we were anywhere near ending that match when I finally tapped back to it. Holy shit. Well, folks, this is your main event match. The final one of the night for the WATCW World Heavyweight Championship. This will be Nacho Libre's 3rd consecutive defense. I want to say that's unprecedented. I don't remember. Walter White had quite a few defenses as well. He was a hell of a champion. But this will be Nacho's 3rd championship defense against... Look, if you knew I was doing a horror-themed wrestling show, I can't think of anybody who's more singularly been a menace and a monster on this stream this year than that thing, that tyrant, Mr. X. It feels like just yesterday he was chasing me around Raccoon Police Department, making me scream no at the top of my lungs. Little did I know that would feel like a vacation compared to what Five Nights at Freddy's did to me. But now we're giving him an incredible opportunity here tonight in this championship match against... And look who decided to show up in some festive colors tonight. That's our hero. That's our champion. Nacho Libre. He is the people's champion. He is our hero. There's no way he wasn't showing up to the Halloween party without a little festive orange and black. Incredible. I mean, I got to tell you, so many of us were rooting for Nacho Libre already, but this title run has been something of legend, having won this way back at WatCon from the very man I mentioned earlier, Walter White. And since then has been unbeatable, unstoppable, having defended that battle against all sorts of strange variants and monstrosities in the Mysterio-verse. Oh, Mr. X doing a bit of a stanky leg on the outside. Must be feeling pretty good about his chances at winning. And there it is. That's the big gold belt. That's the most prestigious prize in all of WATCW. That's what everybody wants to hold one day. Nacho Libre, worth mentioning, has also never lost in a one-on-one contest to this day. Since we started this young, fresh wrestling league back in December of 2022, Nacho Libre has never been beaten in a one-on-one contest. Never been pinned or submitted in a singles match. If Mr. X does that tonight, not only will he be the world champion, well, he'll be the first one to ever beat Nacho individually.
Introducing the challenger from Japan, weighing in at 402 pounds.
I didn't know that. MRX, also known as the Tyrant, also known as Mr. X, also known as
and introducing the champion,
my sleep paralysis demon
from Mexico,
there we
weighing
go.
in at 304 pounds. He is the prestigious Pro Wrestling Super World Champion, the living legend, the Luchador.
There he is, our hero, looking a lot like the Ghost Pepper Whopper I had for dinner. It was basically that same shade of orange, and I'm feeling a lot better about his chances here tonight than I am about my tummy's chances in the morning, folks. This is it. Lower the cell. It's time for history to be made. Who will be the champion, and who will go on to defend against King Moose Haas next month, live on this stream. Ring the bell. Here we go. Now, Mr. X, another one, kind of similar to Really Scared. Let me say this. Despite being such a beloved icon of this stream, not somebody who has really accomplished a whole lot in the ring thus far. I think he's had a couple singles matches, had a short-lived tag team run with my son Clord, you may recall, but not somebody who has really had that big singles move. Somebody who's really just riding the wave of spooky on-theme festivities here tonight into the main event and into this title match. Oh, look at that. The last time I did that was in the match right before this for Really Scared, and they won. They're the champions. So can Mr. X achieve a similar fluke and upset here tonight, or will he be just another notch in Nacho Libre's belt? The Whopper wasn't the move. I mean, it was pretty delicious, I'm not going to lie. I also am like a subhuman vermin, but it was pretty tasty and spicy, I got to say. I did enjoy it with some onion rings and some zesty sauce. But, a Coke Zero as well. 0 calories, that way I can stay healthy. It's Halloween and he's orange. Is he Calabaza Libre? I don't think we can have any more Nacho Libre variants. The last time he defended the belt, it was against Libre Mysterio, and it was one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. So, to be clear, this is the real Nacho Libre, and he's just enjoying a little festivities here tonight. And you already see the weapons entering the ring. There's a table in there. I think a kendo stick in there. Anything goes in the cell. No rules. No disqualifications. Certainly no countouts. And these two are locked in that red steel structure and will fight until one can't stand anymore. And the one left standing will indeed be the WATCW World Champion. And it's got to be, I got to tell you, Nacho, as fantastic as he is, it's got to be a heavy toll, a heavy burden to carry around being him, being the champion, and everybody having such high expectations. Understanding every match he competes in has the chance to make history out of the other man. If he's defeated, I would say defeating Nacho in singles is a prize maybe even more valuable than the championship itself at this point. It's something that someone can only ever win one time. Once it's done, it can never be achieved again. And Nacho has, he's got a couple L's in the record book, but always under, very unusual circumstances. He had lost the Elimination Chamber last year to Dominic Toretto, but that was by no means a one-on-one match. Technically lost in the triple threat at Really Mania to Walter White, but it was Dominic Toretto who tapped out. He just unfortunately lost as a side effect of it. And I think the last time he lost at all, my WATCW history is a little fuzzy, but I think it was in the sold-out teams match on behalf of Holy shit! Team Personality back at Nasty World Sold Out. Unreal! he just threw him out there like a rag doll up against the chain link, and now Mr. X is doling out punishment to Nacho Libre. Not that we've known him to do anything else. That's pretty standard protocol, but Mr. X similarly has to understand the stakes here. The clock is ticking on WATCW, and there's not much time left to make your mark, to create your legacy, to put your name in the Hall of Fame, so to speak. Maybe we should have a Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. The best of the best. I'm just going to want to put all my friends in there. But there's not much time left. And we have so many great talents here on the roster. If you don't win this one, it's hard to say when your number is going to get pulled again, if ever. Really Scared understood that in the last match, and now we're going to see him next month. To my shock, X sends him back over those steps, and we're battling back and forth on the outside here. Back and forth we go. And it speaks to the, oh my God, drop kicked him across the steps. Nacho can hang with the best of them. It doesn't matter if you're some sort of lab-grown weapon of mass destruction. Nacho will trade blows with you, go toe-to-toe with you. He doesn't back down from a fight, and no one's ever been able to get the best of the reigning defending WATCW World Champion out there. Back and forth we go outside the ring. Will anybody go back into the ring? I don't know. Maybe this is the whole match. I don't think you can actually finish the match out there. I don't think there's enough room to make a pin. We do have to... That is a rule. I guess there are rules to this. You do have to pin your opponent in the ring. That is a rule still, I believe. And I would love if they got back in the ring. Sometimes things like this happen in 2K22. And I get a little concerned that the AI forgot how to win the match. It has happened before. It has happened more than once that the AI has forgotten how to win the match, and we sometimes have to step in and roll our sleeves up and get involved. No one can prove that Nacho is not a lab-grown horror too. I suppose so. I mean, I did see the feature film of his secret origin story. I don't recall that being in it, but I guess they never really get into that part. That could have been what happened before. I don't know. We'll have to explore it in a prequel, perhaps, in the Nacho Libre extended universe. I guess maybe this is the Nacho Libre extended universe right here. This is sort of the, this is Legends, you know what I mean? I don't know if the fine filmmakers behind Nacho Libre would consider it canon, but they might consider this Legends material here. Yeah, he continued wrestling, and he went to WATCW, and he fought Mr. X in a Hell in a Cell, and he's champion over there. And we really need to get back in the ring at some point, I do believe. We're just back and forth on the outside, throwing each other around, hitting each other. We got to get in there. We got to see some weapons. We got to see some finishing moves. We've got to see some effort to, you know, put this thing in the rearview mirror. Not that I'm in a rush, though it is 12:18 in the morning. They're throwing him into the stairs again. I understand the stakes are the bar's pretty high when it comes to quality of matches here. Back into the steps we go. When it comes to quality of matches here, I wonder if I should control one of them briefly and throw the other back in the ring. I wonder if I should do that. And then just relinquish control again. Just hit him with the old Mass Effect Reaper, assuming direct control. And then take my hands off the wheel and let them keep doing what they're doing. Because I just really don't want to keep seeing this. I'm going to give them till 12:20 to get back in the ring. And if not, I might do it. Just because I really do worry. Oh, on the apron there. That was at least something different. Okay, Nacho. Okay, Nacho. Come on. I just really worry that there is a very real chance that if I don't do something about it, they will just continue to do this back and forth over and over again. This game is very stupid sometimes. Okay. We're counting it down here. If they don't get back in the ring of their own accord, Daddy's going to have to do something about it. And I mean, it really is just a slugfest. It's more of a fight than it is a wrestling match. Back and forth. I rattling each other's brains. I don't know how either of them can even see at this point. And maybe they can't. That's the thing. They're just on instinct. Back and forth. Hold on. Nope. That's not it either. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's going to get rid of the match rating, but that's okay. Now I'm going to make Nacho get in the ring now. Now you get in the... Okay, now, controller assignment. Back here. That's a new one, okay? Now, our hands are all... I don't do anything. Here we go. They're back in the ring. Amazing stuff. And I feel like both of them must have like 10 finishers stored up after that sequence. Nacho going for the pin. And I wasn't even sure if you just beat someone up that long. It might have been enough. Nacho grabbing the kendo stick. And here we go. Now we're back to the as promised and promoted Hell in a Cell action. Breaks the stick over the massive figure of Mr. X. Mr. X brings it back to him. Here we go. This match continues properly now. Bouncing off the ropes with that drop kick. And I imagine both of these competitors must be hurting. I mean, that was just like a street fight out there. Ooh! Pins Nacho in the corner, throws him back to the other one. Wow! And I know all too well how scary it is to have that massive albino charging right for you. It goes for the pin. Is it enough? Counting on the table, ref. Ooh! 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 I got really scared there. No pun intended. Oh my God! And now Mr. X is looking to wrap it up. Hit him with some sort of choke slam. No way! Could it be? He hits it! Hooks the leg! New champion! No! No! No way! No way! I can't believe it. The chat can't believe it. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Nacho Libre just lost. Mr. X is the champion. Unbelievable. Oh my, I can't even... I don't even know how to call this after that choke slam. I really did not think this was going to happen tonight, folks.
Here is your winner and new prestigious Pro
What?
Wrestling Super World Champion, MayorWertz.
Unreal. What fucking timeline are we living in? Mr. X becomes the first individual ever to defeat Nacho Libre in one-on-one competition and becomes your new WATCW World Heavyweight Champion. Unbelievable. I'll tell you what, folks. Halloween might be in just a few days, but I think Reeloween's going to live forever because you've got... Think of the title matches we've got next month. Leatherface is going to be defending the Twitch Championship. Michael Myers and Ghostface have the team's titles. And now Mr. X is the champion of the world. Dilly Todd's firing off with the hashtag #NotMyChampion. I'm stunned. I try not to be biased. I try not to come in with too much expectation. You know, I don't want to influence things. I want it to be fair and square. I'm not just a commentator. I'm the commissioner, for God's sake. When I booked this match, I was just having a little fun. I just thought this would be a nice, on-brand opponent for Nacho to defend the title against. I had no intention of having to look at Mr. X, the world champion. Now we're saying it's the orange suit. Maybe because I got him out of his usual attire. You know, the balance was off. He couldn't quite hit the moves the same way. I think it was the way they got stuck out there. And I'm probably going to catch hell for this. Similar to the cell we got here. But I made Nacho get back in. Maybe he was doing his thing and I fucked it up. But quite frankly, I couldn't sit here and watch the two of them bop each other on the head again and again and again. I don't know. Look, we can come up with all sorts of theories and excuses, but the fact of the matter is Mr. X is the WATCW World Champion, and he will defend that belt next month against King Moose in the main event. And Nacho, by the way, by way of the Becky rules, it's called, with two successful title defenses, is owed an automatic rematch. But in fairness to Moose Haas, having won an entire tournament, I will give him his one-on-one championship match next month. But let it be known, Nacho will be waiting for an automatic rematch when the time comes. But until then, what a show it's been. Mr. X is the new world champion. Really scared of the new team's champions. Leatherface is the new Twitch champion. Only KaylaMarieTea able to fight off the horror and take her title home tonight. What a legend. Otherwise, the nightmare is going to continue into November, folks. This was Reeloween Riot, but we're a far way off from exercising the evil that has infected our ranks. Mr. X, one of my most hated enemies, is the World Heavyweight Champion. But it is true. Dilly Todd's, that is true. The Toddserract prevails. They'll be back next month. Unbelievable. What a show it's been. Lots of twists and turns that not even I could have predicted. And this is probably the biggest one we're looking at right now. I don't think the league has ever felt as chaotic and as unsure as it does right now. But maybe I said it earlier. We understand the timer is counting down to Reely Mania 2 next year, which will be the season finale of WATCW. Maybe the series finale if I can't fork up the nerve to buy a 2K game. Who knows? But right now I'm tentatively calling it the season finale. Now's the time to step up and cement your legacy in this league. And Mr. X has done that. So props to him. And we'll see him next month in that main event title defense against Big Moose Haas. King Moose Haas, excuse me. Every belt changed hands except the women's title. Wow. What a night. Well, a very happy Reeloween to all of you. Thank you for tuning in. I had so many friends drop in tonight all throughout. And Featured and Dilly still keeping me company as per usual. So very much appreciated. We had AJ drop in. We had Ram come by. Pixie was in. Oh, man. We had Nicolailes come in and say what's up. Very appreciated. And anybody that might have lurked along the way, thank you so much. Let's see. No, I won't worry about that. Okay. All right. Well, shit. It's time for me to go to bed, folks. Happy Friday. Hope you all have a great weekend. Enjoy the final spoopy October weekend. I can't believe the month is nearly over. It makes me so sad. I feel like October gets shorter every year. I feel like I've not had enough time to properly utilize my favorite month of the year. I've got some parties to go to this weekend. I'll be back. The plan is to be back on Sunday night on the stream to do my Halloween Dreams special. I'll be booting up Dreams here on the PlayStation for the first time in a very long time since I played Lake Juniper months ago. And I've got a whole collection of Halloween games to play. Like, not just horror games, but specifically Halloween games. This was something I wanted to do last year, and I got sick and missed it. So I've got all sorts of fun, festive things to play on Sunday. And I also hear that a little rumor that Ram's new game should release in Dreams on the 31st. So if that's the case, I may look to stream it Halloween night. Ooh, scary. That is if I'm not busy. I don't know. There's also a good chance I'll just watch scary movies with Jess or something all day long. Wouldn't be mad at that by any means. So we'll see. But I'm definitely planning to be here on Sunday playing Dreams. Very excited. Been a long time. And I love those Dream streams. So I'm looking forward to that. And WATCW will be back next month sometime. Next month's going to be pretty crazy. We'll be doing Spider-Man 2, Phantom Liberty, Alan Wake 2. I'm not sure in what order, but we'll always have time for WATCW. So we'll be back then. Good night, folks. Thank you for watching Reeloween Riot. This has got to be one of my favorite wrestling streams I've done thus far. Even if we are headed towards the finish line, we've got a lot of fun left to have in WATCW, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you will as well. Dilly Tods will be live Saturday per the usual. I imagine doing some Dark Souls 3. I love watching his Dark Souls 3 streams. Oh, excuse me, that Ghost Pepper Whopper. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a fucking bad time in the morning, let me tell you. Oh, I need to be a better human. I need to stop it. I need to get back into shape here. In any case, good night. Good night. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your weekends. Dilly, I think I might actually be able to tune into your Saturday stream. We were supposed to go to a party on Saturday. I think we may not. And if not, I'm going to be in your chat. I'm going to be chatting, you know what I'm saying? Good night. I always take forever to do the outros for these things. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you for watching. Drive safe. Sweet dreams. Love you so much. Thank you for the love and support and friendship. Y'all are the best. Bye-bye. Good night. Until next time.
Bye-bye.